yogurt and wah. Stop crying. Whoomp. Wah. Jesus Christ. What's wrong with you?
That's me as a baby, though.
Wasn't me.
All right.
Really.
Recording. Intro.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the weekly podcast sanctioned by the government of Wonderland. Swear words of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the podcast. All other swear words are restricted. Wonderland officials of Ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the podcast and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 2 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until the podcast concludes. Blessed be our Wonderland leaders in America, a nation reborn. LIW The Twilight Zone review is now in effect.
Hey.
Yo.
Oh, the intro, but I put in Nolan's heartbeat from before he was born.
You're traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. There's a signpost up ahead. Your next stop, dark territory. Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW Twilight Zone review episode 313 for Net Gallery 202C, class of 99.
Man, it's amazing how fast their hearts go. You feel it sounds like they're about to have a heart attack, right?
Yeah, I think I can make a punk song to it.
Yeah. Out, yeah. Where?
Frank Links.
Frank Links.
Welcome. This would be a quick one, right?
I mean, what else do you have to say when you repopulate the world with robots when you're old white men?
Yeah.
You make
what
them
the shit was this?
You make them bigoted and racist. It was Rod's attempt. It was Rod's meta attempt on making mankind look back on itself.
It's just funny because it starts off. Okay, first of all, if you've seen the movie Class of 1999, you already know what's going to happen in this. You know the robots because that's what that movie's about. I did that show on Adam's channel when I first met Adam.
I wonder where they got the idea from.
Yeah, exactly. But I watched it and I was like, all right, here we go. I mean, they're gonna be robots.
Did they put created by Rod Sterling after?
I don't know.
At the end of the credits.
But that's ruined. But yeah, there's a college. It's the year 1999. It looks like a college. There's no desks or actual like seats or anything. They're just sitting there like.
Well, yeah, it's the weirdest looking. What was that movie with Joe Pacino in it?
Joe Pacino.
Or Joe, what the fuck?
Joseph Pacino, brother of Al. Joe Pesci, Al Pacino. Is that what you're doing?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, Pesci. What is it called? Harvard. He was at Harvard. Whatever it was called.
Nope. Nothing.
Madonna did the theme song. Brandon Fraser was in it.
Nope.
I cannot remember the fucking name. Oh, fuck.
Madonna, Brendan Fraser, Joe Pacino.
Joe Pesci.
I lost here.
Joe Pesci. He cooked the chicken. He killed the chicken.
Did he beat Brendan Fraser with a phone?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds fun. What about Madonna?
She sang the fucking theme song to it. For it or whatever.
Brendan Fraser, you made me pop your eyeball to your head for Brendan Fraser?
You made me pop your eyeball to your fucking head for
Brendan fucking Fraser?
Oh, With Honors. That's what it's called.
Okay.
It was called With Honors. It's a 90s movie.
Yeah.
With Honors. That's what it's called. What the fuck did I bring that up for? Oh, yeah. When the Harvard teacher gave him tried to talk him tried to talk all big to him, and Joe Pesci kind of slapped him down with some talk, and then took his money, called him an asshole. It was fun. Anyway, it was one of those rooms.
Is it the one where Joe Pesci plays a homeless man?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, I just found out pictures. I do remember this movie.
Yeah, he was a bum, a Harvard bum.
Okay, here comes an image of the actual episode of the movie.
This is old. I'm sorry. I'm showing
Harvard.
my age, I think.
But I love lamp. This lamp is in everything. Okay.
Lamp. Is that a lamp? What?
This green banker's lamp is in everything.
I have it right. Yeah, it's right there.
I have one too.
I have one too. It's right there. It's with the.
Yeah. Whenever we watch something, we'll just sit there and I'll just be like, lamp. What, where?
Green lamp.
It's so much. No, it's always green. Sometimes it's yellow, or I have a blue one as well, but it broke. I wasn't meant to have it, apparently.
It wasn't green enough.
No. Okay.
Blue is blue and green. Yeah.
So, Frank.
Yeah.
They're Vincent Price. The second he said like 2 words, and I go, that's Vincent Price. There's nobody that sounds like that man.
He reminded me of the fucking teacher from The Wall. Look like him.
The teacher from The Wall?
Yeah, they look similar.
Teacher from The Wall is like an old crusty white man.
So is this guy.
You caviar.
Yeah.
Names himself a poet.
Poems, everyone.
Football team. No. Vincent Price, his voice is just, that's Vincent
Rubbish.
They make fun of him a lot in like The Simpsons back in the day.
Why?
Just his voice. He had such a weird voice.
Got a very
frog in the throat.
Yeah, influential fucking yippity white guy kind of sound to him.
It makes you wonder. I don't know where he was from.
I was wondering about his. You're talking about the teacher, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's not meant to be looked up because it just froze.
Yeah.
It's just from nowhere. You don't even know.
It's like all of a sudden your face went just dark. Anyway,
that's me looking up Vincent Price. Let's look up someone else from the episode. Nope. Now see Desi Arnaz Jr. loaded from the same episode.
Who?
But he's in a different part. But yeah, Vincent Price will not load.
Who? Desi Arnaz? Isn't it a different part of that?
Desi Arnaz Jr. He was in the Death in the Family episode, though.
Yeah,
the side of this episode.
I was gonna say Desi Arnaz Jr. was his name. Yeah. Like the original Desi Arnaz is. He is a junior. Right?
No, because his son is Desi Arnaz Jr.
Oh, really?
Vincent Price is from St. Louis.
Did he not take fucking the redhead's name or something?
Why would he take the wife's name? Lucille Ball? Des Ball?
Why wouldn't he take the mother's last name? What do you mean? Like that's weird?
If they're married, yeah. Why would you take the?
Oh shit! Yeah, that is weird. I forgot. I'm married. I forgot I'm married to an extremely weird family. Yeah. Yeah, because Missy's last name and the rest of her siblings' last name aren't the same, and they all come from their mother's. No.
That's right. Me, my brother, and my sister all have different last names. Or me, my brother, and my mom.
Yeah. Her and her sister and her brother don't have the same name, nor do they share it with her mother. But you wouldn't ever meet anybody with their last name ever, or at least I wouldn't.
Cocksucker.
Yeah, they're all dead. Anyway, they're all dead. Anyway,
all fucking dead.
Just like every human in this episode.
Al Pesci got to him. Joe Pacino and Al Pesci got together and they killed that bitch.
Fuck you.
They beat her with a phone in a cornfield in her underwear and her tighty whities and killed the bitch.
Harvard. Come on. Remember Harvard?
Why?
It was a chicken. Madonna, man. Madonna. Oh. That was a good movie.
I like in Casino, they could have just lied and said they killed him that way. But he really does kill one of his best friends that way.
Oh, yeah.
Why did he actually go through with that?
What are you talking about?
in Casino when they beat Joe Pesci with baseball bats in a cornfield.
He deserved it.
Yeah, but they could. He didn't want to do it though. The one guy, but he could have just.
Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie didn't want to really do it. You could tell.
Yeah, but
they could have lied.
But the way I interpreted that scene was, you could tell he was friends with him, but after everything that he put Frankie through, he deserved it.
I love Frankie when he's in the betting room and he's just keeps doing that to the guy.
No, Frankie, no.
The Frankie point. All right. What's to be done with this episode? Because it is real short. I liked it. I liked it
too, to be honest with you. I knew what it was right away.
Oh yeah.
Because normal human beings cannot comfortably sit on planks of wood like that.
And that's part of the problem with the episode, though. They didn't hide it long enough. They didn't hide it at all.
No. Plus, it was like, what kind of an exam is this?
Yeah. It was all over the place.
Yeah, and the weird thing is I knew most of the answers, which was funny.
And the stupid thing is, in 1971,
this is a college exam. I know this shit. This is like history 101 for high schoolers. Like, what are you talking about?
You can name the 4 people.
I did, yeah.
Do right now. Name the 4 people.
I don't remember what the question was.
Okay, I doubt it.
But during it, I was like, yeah, I remember that. I was like,
you tell me you can figure out what that V equals V long E.
They got the equation wrong.
That's because
I know that much. They got the fucking equation wrong.
Of course, everything Rod writes, it's a little off.
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, if it's got science to do with it, Rod's always a little bit off. Yeah.
It's like the Wizard of Oz when he gives that's how to figure out the measurements of an isosceles triangle. And, no,
that's what it was. The propulsion. It was the history of propulsion of mathematics. Yeah.
Okay, but he's quizzing these people randomly, chooses their name, says a really obscure question. They stand up and answer it.
It wasn't
Mr.
really
Johnson.
obscure. Well, I guess it was. Yeah.
Yeah, they're obscure. Can only give 3 of the 4 names, and then he argues after, and he's like, "No, I gave you 3. That's a partial credit, right?" And he's like, "You're embarrassing yourself, Mr. Johnson."
Sit down, Mr. Johnson.
I got Mr. Johnson's head in my book bag.
To finish up a thought I was trying to finish earlier, like I did think like where he was from to myself at one point during this episode. I'm like, what accent is that? Is that British?
It sounds like he's hiding a British accent, right?
Or he's not hiding it, or it sounds like he doesn't have one, but he's trying to have one. Or he
doesn't sound human, whatever it is.
No, it's not American. It's American. It's not. It's not North American. I'll give it that.
I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but you could convince me a little bit to where I'm thinking about it that he was an actual alien, and I'd be like, "Oh, yeah, could be onto something there." He's the first lizard person. Ooh. And I wouldn't even fucking argue. I'd be like, "Okay, well, I'll look for more proof, but." Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The guy's fucking weird.
He's got a weird accent. I'll give him that. It's extremely off.
It is no one but Vincent Price. When you hear his voice, it can't be anyone else. And he was a lead of like 50 movies.
Was he?
Granted, a lot of them were Roger Corman, like Edgar Allan Poe movies, like Red Mask of Death and stuff like that. They're all like B. He's like a B movie actor, but he did the first version of a Twilight Zone writer's book that was later made into different movies. He was in
Matheson.
Yeah, he was in Richard Matheson, Omega Man, and then I Am Legend. He was in the first version of that, The Last Man on Earth, which eventually we'll get to on the show.
Cool.
It's not very good.
Well, I mean,
but not bad for like 64 or whatever the hell that came out. Low budget as hell.
This wasn't very good either, and Rod wrote it. So
this episode, I was looking up on IMDb. They had half a production day to shoot this.
You could tell.
It worked. Hey, for half a day, fucking knocked it out of the park. I'll say that.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it was simple. It was real simple and interesting.
And I love the way it's shot, and I actually like the music in it.
Yeah, the writing has something to be desired, but I get what Rob is trying to do. So
But it was quick enough and effective enough that it didn't bother me in any way. I like this episode. I gave it an 8.
Yeah, I gave it a 7.
And it ties in with Death in the Family, the A part of this. So it's Death in the Family, The Merciful, Class of 99, and then the D episode is debated because it changes from version to version. It's either Satisfaction Guaranteed or Witch's Feast. But either way,
as soon as this was over and the next one was starting, I was like, nope.
Yep.
I'm not watching any more Night Gallery than I need to. This fucking shit show.
Oh yeah. As soon as Night Gallery is done, I'm like, no.
Yep.
Not doing our next painting. No.
Escape.
Well, fine. And that's why I'm breaking up my story, not just a full because I don't want to watch an hour of this shit.
Yeah, it would be hard, man.
Dick and Adam complained about me breaking them up, and I'm like, there's a reason I'm doing that.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to sit through an entire episode. Like they're too. Yeah.
And if you break them up, they're different. So each week we're gonna get something different. For instance, this week in our live stream, we're doing 3 different shows, like a nice variety.
And then this was the dice, right? Or
this was the bingo hopper.
Yeah. But it's interesting how and to be honest, all 3 were really good. It's really rare.
Were they?
Well,
were they all really good?
Let me think back on that. No, 2 out of 3 were really good.
2 or 3. One's pretty good. I like this one. One's okay. One of them,
oof,
fucking hated it.
Oofa.
So yeah. Anyway,
I was so mad actually. Now
okay.
I remember it was the first one I watched. Yeah.
Me too. There's a bunch of scenes in this episode where first of all, he goes, stand up. He has people stand up and he goes,
stand up.
All right, look to the guy to your bottom right. And he looks down, there's a black dude there, and he's like, describe him. He's like 5'9", thin build, 160 pounds.
No, in a racist way.
Yes. He's like, no. Is there anything else you would say about his physical characteristics? Well, he's a black man. There we go.
Oh, breaking the ice. Okay.
What do you want to do to this man? I want to slap him. He didn't even give an example like he did with the Chinese dude. He just goes, what do you want to do? I want to slap him. No, why don't you slap him?
He called him inferior, savage.
Yeah, he didn't give an example of like, here's your scenario that you're working with. He just said in general. He's like, doesn't he feel like he's inferior to you?
No, he gave an example. He asked him how would you
it was a job.
It was a job interview.
Right, yeah.
You know, a very, very everyday common occurrence between white and black men.
That's when I realized where this episode's actually going. When he slaps the black man in the face simply for being black and applying and getting an interview for a hypothetical job.
If I was Rod, I would have started off with the 2 bitches first.
Oh, definitely. You got to work your way there.
Yeah, you got to work your way to the racism, Rod. You can't just start off with the racism and then go back down to feminists against feminists.
Because then he interviews the black dude and he's like, what do you think about him? He's like, well, he's 6'1", he's 23 years old. And I go, that man is 47. Are you fucking kidding me? I want to show this dude.
The man's face was plastic.
Oh my god, that man was so old. I'm pulling it up right now.
Who? You mean Rodney Poitier? as a young man?
Rodney Poitier?
Sydney? Sydney, that's it. God,
man, you are just combining names left and right now.
Yeah. I got the last name right. At least I got the last name this time, right?
Okay, here we go. He thinks this man on screen in a second is 23 years old or 20. I wrote it down.
Oh, yeah,
21.
bullshit.
It says 21.
45?
Yeah. Well, I see a 6'1" middle-aged man, thrisely divorced, a bigot.
Yeah, and let's get the most Aryan-looking fucker to do this line.
Yeah. He slaps this dude in the face.
There's no way these 2 are the same height, by the way.
No, this guy's supposed to be 6'1". He's like 5'8", 5'9", something like that. He said it, but I don't remember. But anyway, not 21.
No.
It is. Holy shit, genetics are cruel, which they are, but because Tom Cruise and Ron Howard's brother, Clint Howard, are the same age, or like a couple years separate them. And it's like, oh, genetics are a bitch.
Well, that Scientology really does good for the wrinkles.
Oh, it's good for the soul.
Well, yeah.
You meter those demons out of you. And
Well,
apparently,
no,
they all win.
he has
over
no
the
soul.
house.
He hasn't had a soul in 20 years. What are you talking about?
No, they're trapped alien souls that are inside you. That's what you got to get rid of.
Yeah. He's paid a lot of money for that look.
And then he goes to two girls, and he has one woman stand up, and she's like,
and all
pick
the
a woman out. And I'm like,
saves.
can't pick her. And she goes down. She's like, she's higher class. She thinks she's better than me. Her parents are rich. He's like, source of this hatred.
Jealousy.
Parents are poor as shit. Dad's dead. Like,
I'm dumb Dutch Pennsylvanian.
Yeah. Slaps her.
Not for nothing, but that's some rich ass fucking houses in southern Pennsylvania. I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, she didn't have it.
Anyway.
Either way, she didn't grow up there, so.
No, she did not.
No, she was born 3 days ago. Probably no.
I know, yeah.
And then she slaps her. The other girl goes and picks up her necklace, hands it to her, then spits in her face. And
it was so bad. It's like she went, patoo.
And then she gets interesting.
I swear, I heard her say patoo.
Yeah. That bitch definitely said patoo. Might as well heard a patoo. She's putting in the platoon. Spittoon or whatever you call that. What's that called?
A spittoon.
Spittoon, yeah, okay. I'll make sure I got the word right word there.
Yeah.
I do have a clip because he makes it seems like they're hypnotized or something. If you're not thinking robot at this point, it seems like they're under some sort of mind control. And he makes the white dude kill the Asian dude because he's different than him. He goes, I want to kill him. He goes, all right, take this gun, shoot him then, if that's how you feel. He's like,
I mean, Rod did kill a bunch of them. Just saying.
I want to play a clip of this episode.
In real life, I meant.
16. I wrote a code here. Okay, here we go. I got a clip from the episode. Let's just go ahead and share that here.
It was so odd.
Of this exact scene.
And strangle Ed Mavoli.
What scene is this?
Oh shit! I played the wrong clip. This must be something else.
Isn't that the guy with the hat from James Bond?
Oh man, I wonder why I played this clip of Manchurian Candidate by John Frankenheimer.
Oh my god!
I can't imagine why I'm playing this clip.
Hey, there's Stalin.
Hey, Sarge, cut it up. Quiet, Ed, please. Now you just sit there quietly and cooperate. Yes, ma'am.
I wonder why I'm playing this. Oh fuck. Okay, well, sorry about that miscommunication there, but it was the same scene, so it works.
That was not the Manchurian Candidate. What are you talking about?
This is just the Manchurian Candidate. The scene.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Couldn't figure that out what I was doing?
No, I figured it out. Yeah, I got it.
It's the same fucking scene.
It might as well be. No, not really. I mean, the one guy did. He tried not to do it or whatever.
Yeah, they went a different direction with it, but it's the same setup.
The only reason they did that direction was to show you that they were all robots. That's it. The only reason.
That was Oddjob, by the way.
I was going to say, like, that looks like Oddjob. Yeah, okay.
But the guy didn't shoot him, and then he gets pissed, and he shuts them all down. And apparently the way to shut down the robots is an elevator buttons.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, it's like, pause this scene. Come on,
He
hit
just
them all.
goes hitting 55 buttons on there in like different order, and then the robots are like,
yeah, it was like slow motion. It was like,
have a guy with a thing under the desk. You don't need to see him like a bank teller that hits it for the silent alarm. You don't need to see it. It looks stupid as shit when you see the elevator buttons.
so weird.
And then he's like, tells Mr. Johnson from earlier, who embarrassed himself, to shoot the dude, and he does. And he's like, very good, you get an A.
You've passed this class, Mr. Johnson. As a matter of fact, you're valedictorian. Here, do the speech. You killed the Jap. You killed the zipperhead. Do the speech.
Zig Heil, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, Zig definite Heil, Johnson.
Get out of here.
Zig,
go graduate.
You've deserved it. Be the worst you could be.
Yeah. go wreck everything. And they did the speech at the end. And I do, when I said I love cinematography, it's because they just show the dummy that was formerly an actor with a busted up robot face.
Yeah, Corey.
I was literally just gonna say that.
That's all I thought about. I'm like, well, like, way to go, Rod. Way to
Corey.
recycle a script. Like,
Corey.
never seen that. Never seen Rod do that before. Recycle a script.
No, that episode's a lot better.
Yeah, the first one. You mean the original?
Yeah, The Lonely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you mean episode 1 or season 1, episode 6?
7.
Yeah, that was much better than this. Yes.
Yeah, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I didn't hate again. I like this episode. It's a simple, short. It's like a little one-act play.
I wish people would learn that. If they want to do Rod, keep it simple and short, and don't recycle his shit. You know, just be simple and short with it. Yeah, like 2002 this week did. They figured that out. Whoever wrote that 2002's episode this week, they figured it out. Simple and short, easy. Just make it easy. You don't need to be
crazy.
Yeah, 1985 didn't get the memo.
1985 kept it too simple. Let's not explain anything for no reason.
Did they? Because I had a lot of questions, and I was like, that made no sense. Moving on.
We'll get there in a minute.
Yeah.
He gives a robot speech, and the class of 1999 graduates. I love in 1971 where they thought 28 years in the future it was going to be crazy future tech, and now they were so naive, and now we're like 50 years from now, not much different.
No, just as racist and bigoted.
Everything's going to be the same.
Yeah.
We're not going to have fucking robots replacing humans. It's just
the only thing that'll be different in 50 years is the fucking sea levels and the weather.
And we'll have robots, but all we'll do is fuck them.
We're already doing that.
Yeah, but we'll have way more. It'll be like,
oh, I mean, I only need one.
Sometimes you don't have a robo three-way, you know?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I want to be a sandwich of robots.
Oh, don't forget the Robot Devil three-way.
Oh, there you go. It's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get a John Holmes looking robot. Just Ron Jeremy one. Yeah.
God damn.
I get my Kathy Bates flesh spot finally.
I can't believe I shook that man's hand. Oh.
Why would you touch that man?
Because I met him.
Yeah. Usually that is inside you.
No, I didn't shake his hand like, hi, nice to meet you. I shook his hand because I asked him a question. He was like, yeah, that's true. And it was kind of like it wasn't a shake of hand. It was like, yeah. Did
you shake his hand, or did he throw his 14-inch dong in your hand? Hi.
It was either the man was going to hug me or we were shaking hands, kind of moment.
Oh man, those hands.
I didn't think much about it at the time, and afterwards I was like, oh God,
I need to scrub these things.
Let me wash. Yeah, I need to. It won't come off.
Hey, thank you for shaking my hand, Ron Jeremy. Do you know where the nearest power washer is? Just off the top of your head. Random question I ask everyone.
Yeah. Where do they keep the Clorox?
Where's the lie?
Oh God.
All right, let's get out of here. We're done with this episode, right? 28 minutes, really? How?
It's only been 20 minutes?
We talked about this episode for 28 minutes.
Feels longer.
Man does it. So next episode is 1985's The Storyteller. We'll do that in a minute here in the podcast. It'll be the next podcast, or in a minute on the live feed, on the next podcast on the podcast feed. Yada yada yada. You know how it goes. So let's hear our. Oh, let's not do that. Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, I already gave a rating for it.
LIWstudios.com.
Cheers. I'll drink to that.
Phoenix West.
Frank Lanks.
So long, citizens. So long, Vincent Price.
Boy. Whatever accent that is.
You sound like Joe Pacino.
You mean Al Pesci?
Al Pesci and Joe Pacino in the roles of their lifetimes that never existed.
Yep.
All right. Saving the podcast now. Saving the podcast now. I'm going to go out to my loft real quick. I'll be right back.
I gotta blow my nose.
Bloop. Hi. Waiting on Frank. He'll be back any minute, right? Like, right? It's been going a while. He didn't notice my new logo right here. I'm wondering if he's going to. Oh, hey.
What'd you say?
I didn't say anything. Is there anything new on screen that you like to look at and comment on?
The whiteboard is cleared.
Not on my camera.
Oh, I can't really. I mean, LIW is different.
There we go.
Ah,
yeah, LIW is different. I made a new logo.
I like it. I like the microphone. Is that the SM58?
Could be.
Looks like it.
Could be. What's to say it is?
Good choice. That's what I'm using.
It's the website in the bottom left, and it says over 1,300 podcasts served.
I like it. Has it been there many? Good God.
Yeah. This is episode 1322. We've done a lot of fucking episodes.
It's amazing we were able to pull that many out of this.
Not of the show. This is episode 314. Oh, let's do our intro. I don't know. Let's do Futurama.
You're entering the vicinity of an area adjacent to a location. The kind of place where there might be a monster or some kind of weird mirror. These are just examples. It could also be something much better. Prepare to enter the scary door.
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
Welcome to LIW, the Twilight Zone review, episode 314. 1985, 203A, The Storyteller. I am, unfortunately, Phoenix West.
And I'm Frank Lanks.
I'm so sorry that we're those people.
Yeah,
I've been trying to change.
I don't want to be either one. I'd rather be you than me. You've already had your back surgery.
Several of them.
I'm terrified.
Once you have one, they're like chips.
God, fuck you. Yeah. Oh my God. Did they ever have to open up your stomach?
No, what you're having sounds like some sadistic doctor, like from the medieval times. I don't know what the fuck.
Because
like
they got
bloodletting also, and putting some leeches and. Ugh.
Yeah, and because I have two surgeons at one time, that I have to go meet the other fucker to sign his consent forms. Like, you mean sign the forms so you get fucking paid? Can you just fill my name in? Like, can't I just sign them when I get there? Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking.
They got to clear the insurance way ahead of time. Come on.
Yeah, it's true.
You know how this shit goes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
hey,
Storyteller.
You do have insurance. Nice to meet you.
Get the oh, you have insurance. Hi. Oh, really good insurance. Oh man, come up VIP section over here.
Wait a minute, is this insurance through the company I work for? How you doing?
Let's get you all the upgrades.
It's so fucking
like
odd.
A fucking airline.
But it's so odd how they treat me so differently when I tell them where my insurance comes from. I'm like, yeah, I have Cooper Insurance. Are you a Cooper doctor? How about that? My surgery being done by Cooper surgeons. Imagine that.
Weird.
I know.
Isn't Cooper a tire company?
Yeah.
That's all I think of when you say that. Cooper Tire Insurance.
Actually, it's a tire of Cooper tires are the tires of Mazda Road Indy.
Of course they are. The Storyteller. The Storyteller.
Ah, yes.
This fucking episode is so much and yet nothing at the same time.
Dude, let's say, because every time I get into a cab, I like to tell a story.
About a 25-minute story.
Not only do I get the cabbie to, to basically follow somebody, because that's normal.
Eventually, I'm gonna get desperate enough when I'm waiting for this shit to happen, where I can just yell, "Follow that man!" I'm gonna hop onto a random cab and just point at a random car. Follow that man to the ends of the earth.
If I'm the cabbie, I go, no.
What? I didn't understand. Like, that's what you're gonna get 99% of the time. You fucking kidding me? And this fucking scene goes nowhere.
Oh my God. The whole time I'm like, she's telling her this entire story in a cab. There's a lot of detail for a cab.
You know what would have been funny? Is if she's like, and then the kid was in the tree, hurry the fuck up! Like yelling at the cab driver during the story. That would have been a nice little addition. But no, we got none of that. We get a boring story, a boring resolution. Everything's boring.
It wasn't even boring. It made no fucking sense.
It was boring.
It was boring.
Don't tell me it wasn't boring.
It was. I wasn't excited by it.
I have a way where it makes sense. I have a way where it makes sense, but it makes the story a lot less interesting and a lot less supernatural. But I'll get to that at the end. Okay. Old lady in a cab. She's clearly in old lady makeup. Therefore, she's going to play a younger version of herself. I knew that immediately.
It's like, yeah, like as soon as I see her, I'm like, oh, there's going to be a flashback real soon.
Oh yeah,
that's bad.
Well, they're somewhere, and she sees this old man, and she's like, I swear, that's got to be. No, it can't be. Hop in a cab with her daughter.
I'm not going to tell you anything, but I'm going to act out of my fucking gourd.
Yes, she acts like a fucking lunatic. They're driving in the cab. Follow that cab. That's a guy I might have known from my past. And at which point I'm thinking, if I'm that daughter, I'm like, is that my real dad? Like, what? Who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah, hold on. She's like, I hope that's not my real dad.
Yeah. And then they follow it, and she's like, she goes, how do you know that man? And she's like, oh, could it be him? It was back
a
in
long time
1933.
ago. Yeah.
If I'm the daughter, I go, oh, fuck, here we go again. Fuck.
Does she have to start every story when it was back in whatever? You just
So
tell
it was back in 1933, where it looked a lot like 1883 Arizona.
I know.
What the fuck? It was an old west town in Burbank. There's a lot of desert sand for West Virginia.
Yeah, when she said West Virginia, I'm like, that's not West Virginia.
No. West Virginia's got a lot of soil and
SoCal. I mean,
mud and
yeah,
clay and
grass and shit.
This is fucking sand.
Yeah, grass.
I'm pulling up the clip right now here in a second, but
I was like, this is Southern California. What are you talking about?
Here's the old lady makeup. Let's just start there.
Oh, it's so bad. I mean, especially it looks even worse. It looks even worse because she's sitting next to somebody her own age. That's what it looks so bad. She's sitting next to somebody her own fucking age. That's why it looks so bad.
You know what worked better is if they did that original series kind lighting to the actress with the soft and the Vaseline on the left side of the lens and just blast her with light. Get those wrinkles out of there. Where it looks like they're trying to cover up how old she is, but it actually makes her look older. But here we go.
And she's the whole time she's like, yeah, like he's smiling.
She says 1933 here, West Virginia in a second.
It was the fall of 1933. I was fresh out of college, just 22. I was taking my first teaching assignment in a small Appalachian town, Powder Ridge, West Virginia.
Okay, you heard what she just said.
Did she just say Podunk Ridge?
Podunk Ridge. West
Virginia.
Podunk Ridge. It was
anything
in
Appalachian is Podunk, right?
It was in buttfuck Egypt.
Yeah, it please well have been buttfuck.
She's like a Sherry O'Terry character from SNL. West Virginia.
Oh, you mean maybe the Good Girls?
Okay, keep in mind what she just said. 1933, West Virginia.
West Virginia, in Appalachia. You know, in the mountains that we see.
Do you know those? There are mountains in the Appalachia, obviously, but
yeah, but they don't look like that.
Desert. Those are clearly desert.
I was going to say, yeah, they're not desert. They're filled with trees.
Yes, and look at the sand.
Like they just had to spray this bitch down so you could make her out of it. It's blue.
Did Earl Hammy write this episode all of a sudden?
I like. You might as well have been.
Yeah, the harmonica.
Oh man,
this fucking episode is so dumb. She's like, back in 1933 in West Virginia. Wow, 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 wow. You know, West Virginia, right?
Down. You know.
Yeah, I'm picturing like Tom Sawyer on a fucking raft in the river with N-word Tom. Like I'm picturing that. No, they showed the Old West. What the hell's this?
Can you pass me the N-word Tom? There you go, Peter.
That's what I'm picturing though, and then they give you this shit where it's like you expect a fucking high noon shootout to start when this bitch arrives in town.
Yeah, a whole big group of outlaws come riding in. Yeehaw!
Yeah, but they're riding in on their like the Bugsy Malone shows up, but he's wearing a cowboy hat, and it's like who? Wow. What is happening?
And she still falls over into horse shit.
Yeah, Al Capone showed up on horseback.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, see? And that's still further west than this. See?
Yeah, see, Injun. What? You are mixing. Oh, okay. You were taking some liberties here. But anyway, she arrives, and apparently it's the teacher swap day, and it happens very last second because the last teacher is in a car going, bye, bitch. By the way, let him in the library. The kid's real sad and weird.
Yeah, whatever you do, let him in the library. It's the most important part of that, but I didn't write down my notes. Bye. Bye.
I must shut him out of a room on a car. That's how we do things here in West Virginia.
It's the only part of my notes that will keep an old man alive. Bye. Bye.
Okay, so the girl shows up, takes over the school. It's such a stupid episode. Again, it's inoffensive and it's a harmless episode, but I fucking still hated it.
Yeah, it's inoffensive, harmless, but it's dumb.
Yes, but a lot of those 2002 episodes, I say the same thing where I'm like, it's fine, it's a 6, it is what it is, it's boring, but it didn't offend me.
It's like saying, yeah, I've been binge watching The Expanse, therefore I lived an extra 5 years because I only watch an episode at night. I started one and then finished the one from the night before.
And that makes no sense what Frank just said if you don't know what this episode's about, but it does make sense by the time we get to the end.
I just picked The Expanse because it's still an ongoing show and there's like 6 fucking seasons.
So it's the last one now.
Is there?
Yeah, it's the last one. I have not seen a single minute of that show.
It's good.
Okay, she goes inside the classroom the next day, I assume, or she showed up right as the class started. It's an insane class full of insane children, and she's like, "If you can't,"
they're going, but batshit nuts.
Oh, they're going batshit, and then she's like, "If you don't eat your meat, you can't have your pudding." And they're all like, "Okay, sorry," and they sit down, and she's like doing the roll call, and it's like Aaron A. Aronson. That's what it is from Hot Fuzz.
And then Mika Frost. Like, what kind of a name is this?
Aaron A. Aronson.
I've never met a Mika. Have you?
I don't know. Probably.
No. You just say no.
I'm friends with people named Mika online, but I don't know if I've ever met one.
Oh, I'm not even friends with a Mika online. I've never heard the name before in my life.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Well, then no, because there's Mika Heikkinen. Yeah.
Am I supposed to know?
It's an F1 driver, old F1 driver. Not old, but he wasn't that good. It's just a weird.
Well, sounds like an old Amish name.
No, he's Dutch, I think. Heikkinen.
Or Dutch. Yeah,
good point. Same thing.
Yeah. There's not much difference, really. Pennsylvania Dutch are they're Amish, and they're Ezekiel's and Jebediah's and
Mika's.
Mm-hmm. Point is, though, she takes roll call and she gets to whatever the fuck this kid's name is. I think it was Bud Bundy, and she's like, Buddy Bunderson. And he's like, here, and he's hiding behind the giant kid in front of him.
His name is Mika Frost.
Whatever it is. And she's like, all right, that's that kid who I have to let in the library every day. And then the bitch stays like, I don't know, 17 hours late after class.
It was 5:30. It was 5:30.
The kid falls asleep and then wakes up and she's like, get the fuck home, dude.
Yeah, at 5:30.
I have a lot of nothing to do when I get home because it's 1933/1883 Arizona/West Virginia. Okay, I got a lot to do when I get home, sir.
You know, it's a very interesting episode when you have to watch the passage of a clock to go by to be entertained. a kid writing in his notebook and a clock that passes by.
She's like, I either have a little bit of electricity to go home to or none, depending on what decade and where we're from. Okay, so please.
I obviously don't have a car. I mean,
not that I need one in the 5-building town, and I live above the whorehouse. I live above the saloon, which doubles as a whorehouse up there.
But I, for some interesting reason, have to walk right by your front fucking window.
I have a question. Why the fuck was this shot in an Old West shanty town? I don't understand.
I don't know. There's nothing Old West shanty about this.
It doesn't make any goddamn sense. It's so fucking random that I almost gave it an extra star because of that weird fact.
Is Jansen up in here?
Jansen sent an eggplant. A very pointy eggplant.
Why, do we have the spammer again?
No spammers, just Jansen. Jansen could be a spammer.
Because the only reason I did the emojis because I was following the spammers.
Hey, the spammers comment for a lot of they make up like 75% of our comments on YouTube.
I noticed.
Every time we do an Inside Number 9, though, I get like 15 comments and I have a conversation with someone new.
That's weird.
that show is popular as hell. On the other show, LIW Anthology Series Review, people fucking love that show, and I love it too. But it's interesting every time I find someone new and we have a conversation that recommends stuff. Oh dear God, Jansen.
Another one. Oh, that's too many. That's a lot.
These are all new ones that are popping up here.
So I guess he has seen the phenomenon of the spammer.
Yeah. Okay, so
stop spamming us.
What's going on in this episode?
So much cock. I mean, eggplant.
She meets the Married with Children kid. He stays late. The next day, he's in class and he's writing his book.
That is Bud Bundy, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I called him Bud Bundy.
I was wondering why you were like, why would I have recognized him?
What's his name? I recognized him.
He was 8.
Yeah, but he fucking looks the exact same.
Bud didn't have glasses.
Yeah, he gets his glass. Okay, look at this fucking kid right here on the screen and tell me this is not Bud Bundy.
Yeah, I see it now.
Okay.
But I mean, Bud Bundy's
not... Look at him. Come on, you can't look at that and not figure it out.
Just the fake glasses from Stargate fuck me up, okay?
Yeah. Well, let's look at him. He gets his glasses broken off here. Let's show him it later. There you go. He's all crying like a bitch with a pedo doctor. We'll get to that later, but...
Okay. Oh my God, his arm's broken. Take him to my room.
Okay.
I'll be my house. What?
Okay. He's up in a
you live alone,
eating an
sir.
apple, which is a nice little setup. It's not the worst fucking script. Oh, Jansen got timed out for sending too many eggplants. What a shame. Sorry, my friends. Send some fire and some coming, and then some eggplants.
Yeah, coming eggplants. There you go. They won't. They'll never get timed out for coming eggplants.
No, they're like, it's pretty funny. Let them go. Yeah. I know we're a robot, but that's pretty fucking funny. But okay, he's writing like some weird like fucking. She finds his journal when he jumps out of the screen and fucks off to elsewhere because she's like, I haven't met your parents. And the last teacher who ran off in a fucking hurry and she evaded town like she robbed you guys. She didn't mention your parents. What happened to them? Like, he's like, they're dead. And she goes, all right, who do you live with? He's like, my grandpa. And she gives him some shit. And then she finds his like weird fan fiction porno book that he's been writing in class. And it's like, you will not see it coming.
Like at first, I'm like, the grandpa's dead, right? At first, I'm thinking, so the grandpa's dead.
Yeah, I was kind of going the same route with you, where I'm thinking of what the twist is going to be with the grandpa.
Yeah,
because that's something.
Obviously, the way he acted.
We get nothing.
Yeah, he looks really fucking old.
He doesn't. You know what he reminds me of is the gypsy, the old gypsy man from Thinner.
And it's funny, like when he's reading to him, like I guess the second time we see the grandpa, right? And I see the grandpa moving his arms, but I can't see his face. And I'm like, is it because the quality of this is just so bad? Like the quality of this episode is just so fucking bad. I can't make out the fucker's face.
But look at this fucking journal. Does it not look like from? Okay, let me get rid of this. Does that not look like? I puked on a man in the bus today, and I laughed. Like, does not look at the serial killer from Seven's journal. Look at that.
All work and no play makes Buddy a dull boy.
Journal from Seven. Okay, here's the journal from Seven.
Oh yeah, the guy on the subway made me sick. Blah blah blah.
Look at this. Okay, here's a comparison side by side.
Yep.
And I puked on him. Then I started laughing because it was also hilarious. Like, holy shit. And then I guess the story is he lives with his great-great-great-grandfather who's 141 years old and born in 17 blah blah blah, which apparently is 140, which apparently is not. This is not 1988. Apparently in this episode, it's supposed to be 1933. Like they said, but he's alive because this kid reads him stories every night.
But doesn't finish it,
and that's it. he stays alive to hear the end.
You might as well read a fucking book.
So apparently all it takes to stay alive is to not finish a book.
Yeah.
So why don't you rip
It's a
out
very
the last
easy thing to do.
Rip out the last couple pages of any book that you want to read. And that's the key to immortality, apparently. As long as you have a prepubescent boy read it to you, you're fine.
Which is weird.
Which is weird, but he's family.
Yeah. Did you catch the part where he said that? Yeah, and my daddy told me that I'd have to take over for him real soon, and I'm like, so the great grandpa can live for fucking ever as long as the rest of the men of the family die while they're 50.
Yeah, apparently. And what the fuck good is immortality if you're just stuck in a goddamn bed, rotting away for centuries on end? He's not a vampire where he's enjoying himself like Lestat.
I'm scared to be in the bed for 2 weeks, man.
Here's this grandpa's immortality, and this dude's looking forward to.
You say like Lestat?
Yeah. But he's just sitting here.
I love that movie.
Fuck it. I keep skipping over him. I'm trying to find it real quick.
Dude, his face looks like a fucking face hugger.
This is what you want to do for all of eternity. It's like the grandparents in Willy Wonka. Like, that looks fucking miserable. Please just set that bed ablaze.
I know. How's he so fat still?
It looks like he has one leg. I guess you can kind of see another leg here. This has not been touched in a century. This is very unattended. The dude's beard looks like it's been 2 decades since anyone's touched that. He's got like a kerosene lamp over here. And it's just like a fucking hospital bed.
Yeah.
He's got nothing to look at. He just stares at nothingness and waits for this kid to read him a book that sounds... Have you ever read an 8-year-old's book? Had an 8-year-old read you a story that they wrote? It is fucking nonsense. And that's what this guy is living for. And then Batman swooped in and Iron Man kicked him in the face and they fought over Supergirl. And it's like, that's what that guy's living for.
Apparently Bud is no, I'm calling him whatever. Apparently Bud's just taking the books from the library and rewriting them into his journal. Like, just bring the book home, Bud.
He's like, call me Ishmael.
Yeah.
Call me Bud. The rest of it's pretty accurate. I wrote this. Fucking kid. But he's 141 years old. And what's the goddamn point? Please kill me. If you're bedbound and that's all your life is, why?
I'm just like, this is dumb. This is really dumb.
And because Bud falls out of a tree and he gets taken away by the pedophile doctor who's like, let him come back to my house with my wife. I definitely have a wife. Don't research that. Don't look into that. I have a wife. Bring it back to my house. Yeah. And the teacher's like, yeah, cool. Okay.
Definitely compound fracture that can be set in about fucking half hour.
Yeah.
And a cast that can be put on another half hour after that. So
I want to play this.
Definitely need him to stay over my house.
Here's the doctor.
2 houses down from this fucker's house.
Dr. Touchy E. Feely.
It looks like a compound break. May set easy and it may not. I'm going to suggest that he stay the night with my wife and me, just so I can keep an eye on him. Will you be sure to let his folks know?
I definitely have a wife. Feel free to swing by to the door.
Sure you do, Doc.
Later. He'll be in the basement in my compound, and he won't be able to reply to you if you do stop by, but if you want to.
That's too
funny. This guy's up to no good. But the grandpa's all upset that he's not there, and I guess this bitch reads him a story instead. I wonder what she made up. That would have been a fun scene. And then the pointlessly alive old man laid in his bed and stared at the nothingness while his fingernails grew. And his great grandson is getting molested by the town doctor.
And right before we get closure to any of this, let's go back to present day and give you none of it.
If you want closure in this episode,
I'm just saying, like, it was so bad that they don't even bother.
You get some blue balls here. You're gonna get storyline blue balls.
If you even cared, if you even cared.
Well, here's where I'm getting to it, which it would make sense if you ignore all the fantastical elements of it.
Look, the only reason I'm saying like I gave any bit of a shit is because I literally had to sit through all that. At least finish it. At least do something other than what you did. Like,
what?
I know exactly.
That's my response to this.
Yeah. I'll blame you.
It cuts to modern day. They track the man. They follow him like a fucking crime movie. And they're like a couple detectives. And then they follow him. And then it just cuts. And it's this old lady talking to her even older mother, who was the old lady from fucking The Wedding Singer. And then she's like, "What happened? Did you find the man?" She's like, "That'll have to wait for another time."
It was for The Wedding Singer.
Yeah. And hip, hop, hip it to the hip it. Yeah, that lady.
Yeah. Wasn't she from the Golden Girls, I thought?
No. But she's reading her the story, and so it reads like, pardon the pun, it reads like she's doing the same thing to keep her mother alive. But if you ignore all that and just take it at value that she's reading her mother a story about keeping her alive just to please her mother and keep her mom entertained, and all of that is the whole episode is completely made up. Kind of sweet.
Yeah, I guess.
And that's the only way you can look at this episode and have it make any sense or be satisfying in any way.
It was kind of sweet. Well, the premise was. The episode was not, but
no,
sure.
The episode sucked.
Sure, the ending, if you take it at face value, is sweet. Sure.
I say face value, it's terrible.
Oh,
if you use my logic, where the entire story's made up, and this is her story to tell her mom this. All the fantastical elements are made up. It's just her.
It's pretty much that's what the episode's trying to make you believe.
No, I think you're supposed to believe she's literally keeping her immortal in this bed, like the kid did. But
See, I took it the other way.
But if you read it as just all that's made up, she's just reading her mama's story while she dies to comfort her. Fine, sweet, but that's completely pointless as well.
This is where I say this is not keeping it simple.
No, none of it's.
This is way too. This is too. They tried way too hard.
All I know is this makeup is impeccable.
Oh, it's so bad.
They have a cheek thing here, therefore old.
Yep. Look, gray wig.
Let's see the mom from.
Right there, I was like, "Oh, wow, she's definitely old." I know that.
Even that's makeup.
I know they aged the fuck out of an old woman, which is hysterical.
Yeah, she didn't even look that old 10 years later in The Wedding Singer.
That's what I mean. Like, so obviously they're going for she's keeping her fucking mother alive. Apparently, also.
Ellen Albertini Dow is the name of that actress. Apparently,
she's still alive. Apparently,
no, she's dead.
Oh, good.
I think I'm looking it up right now, but it is freezing up on me as well. Her and Vincent Price are not meant to be looked up. Apparently, what is going on with my internet?
Google's just like, fuck you. You're not meant to know what. How am I still talking to you? What's freezing up?
She died in 2015.
Wow.
Yeah.
You might as well just told me she died of COVID.
At 101.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Yep.
I mean, bitch is still dead, and I'm still shocked that she made it as long as she did.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, you get read a story every night by your daughter.
Apparently. And
That's all you need.
And Adam Sandler. Yeah.
Yeah. Adam Sandler shows up every night at her house. He just reads her. Here's The Wedding Singer 47. And Robbie takes his Van Halen sweatshirt into the garage. Which is nonsense.
I hated that movie.
Robbie ages along with his character in his scripts. Robbie looks really sad because he has to do yet another movie for Netflix. So he just phones it in, calls up his friend Rob Schneider. Release me from this hell, old lady. Just die.
Those two. Joined at the hip forever.
I did give this episode a 4.
That's generous.
Yes. And it's because of my ending as opposed to what you actually see.
Yeah, I'm just taking what I see as because like that because I literally went, what the fuck was that? After it was done. It was the first one I saw too. I'm like, well, this night's starting off great.
Yeah.
This batch of 3 is gonna suck, I thought.
The night got better after this.
It really did, yeah.
For me, early morning, because I watched this at like 8:15 in the morning.
No, I watched all 3 of these last night. Thankfully.
Okay, a 3 and a 4. No thank you episode.
Oh.
I have no more notes for this. Let's just get out of here.
Which, I mean, I guess, 1985's doing about average for me because I give them all like about a 3 or a 4.
You rate those really low for some reason.
I just don't like them.
They're way better than Night Gallery.
I don't like Night Gallery either.
Yeah, but Night Gallery like pisses me off. This show is like at most I'm like,
but I expect it from Night Gallery. This one, I at least kind of am hoping for something different, and I just keep getting let down.
You really should be the opposite because Night Gallery was Rod Serling was on board for a little bit of that.
Yeah,
this had nothing to do.
I've just seen so many of them by now. I'm just like, I don't expect nothing because they're so bad. At least some of the 1985s I've been somewhat all right, I think. No,
I like some.
Yeah,
there's been some decent ones. Button, and so on.
Yeah, all of them.
Now there's like one I really enjoy. Oh, it was the I like the grandma episode. That was an effective like horror movie short, and I expected to hate that one.
You remember with the one with the giant spiders? Yeah,
there's a Truman Show one that was before Truman Show. That one was good.
Yeah,
Spiders was. I thought that was Night Gallery.
No.
No.
That was 1985. No, you're right. There wasn't Night Gallery.
When I hear giant insect or giant animal, I'm thinking Night Gallery.
Yeah, no, you're right.
They like their beasts on that show.
Because it was very short.
Yes, it was real quick.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here. LIWstudios.com for me.
Same.
Ditto. All right. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Frank Links.
So long, citizens. So long, Grandma. I'm sorry I didn't read you a story to keep you alive. Was it too late? Shit.
My grandmother would have told me to kill her.
If I read her stories I wrote when I was 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if when I was 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Or 60. Apparently.
Yeah.
I
Well, she'd be dead anyway by that point.
I don't have a kid of my own to read me stories, so I might as well just keep you alive.
And then the old bitch was lying in her bed staring at me while I read this shitty story, and I'm just laughing at her, and she's sitting there shitting herself, and she knows I'm not going to change her for another 3 days. Like sinister shit.
And then I grabbed the knife. Oh, I'll tell you the rest tomorrow.
That'll be tomorrow. Oh, sleep with both ribs open. I'm sorry, sorry, eyes. Oh. Good night, Grandma. I love you. Nice to meet you. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Bye. Yeah, that was terrible.
I'm gonna came up with that.
I just saving episode now.
Saving podcast.
Saving podcast now. Podcast saving is in effect.
I wonder if the Eagles are still winning or if they fucked it up by now.
The Vikings won yesterday. 7-7. Oh yeah.
Hey, that's that's best you could hope from with a quarterback like Cousins.
He's the least worst part of this year.
I watched. I mean, when they showed the highlights of his awfulness yesterday before that game, I went, "Is he? Yeah, he is that bad." Ooh.
He's been fine. I don't know what highlights you're watching. His numbers are fine, but the team fucking
No. Like his throws at the end of games that lost some games.
But in the fucking, I needed the Ravens to win this week to keep the Packers out or down a game, and he keeps Harbaugh keeps doing. Let's not go for the tie field goal. Let's go for the 2-point conversion where we get a lead and win the game. And it happened 2 weeks in a row, and they fucking lost both games. Like, stop doing it. It's not working.
Yeah, tie it up, and
We're in
then
overtime.
Yeah, no,
Fucking idiot.
He's one of those coaches where, like, if we can't get a 2-point conversion, we don't deserve to win this game. It's like you are very interesting. I want to read me stories.
All right, sorry.
What's okay?
Oh, yeah.
I hate the sound of my voice. Oh God,
that fucking man pissed me off so much this week.
Who?
Like, I can't rely on anyone to beat the Packers, and it's their own stupidity every time.
Oh well, yeah. You mean the bad Harbaugh? Yeah.
I'll take him over fucking Michigan. Ugh. Can't stand Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh.
Switching over. Let's get a new background on here.
The fuck, is it over already? There's no way it's over that quick. What fucking channel was it on? Is it Fox? Yeah.
It is over, and I have the score if you want it.
Yeah, just tell me the score because I don't want to hear it.
Philadelphia won.
I was gonna say, because this guy looks way too happy at down at the link right now for
27-6 Washington. Oh no. That was unauthorized copyright of the NFL.
It's so strange. I don't want to see where the players come out at into their limos. I don't care.
Oh, make love to this fan.
What?
So I'm gonna make love to this fan.
Like, why are you grabbing the fan for?
It's so fucking hot in here.
Is it? Well, is it hot there?
New baby. She has it cranked to like fucking 85 in here. It's fucking brutal.
Oh, central heat.
Shit.
Yeah, see, that's why I love baseboard, man. Gotta love baseboard heating. Wait, houses in Phoenix have heaters?
Oh yeah.
So it's cold there?
We have it all. Oh yeah, of course it's cold. It's a desert, man. Deserts get cold.
At night?
Yes. Yes, Francis.
which would be there by now. Yeah,
I love watching the
a third of the day. A third of what the day is. What?
Oh, hold on. I gotta change my audio for no reason. Audio hardware. Boom, 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 boom. Record. Said I loved watching the logic of that catch up to you in real time.
Yeah, I'm thinking to myself like, yeah, dude, baseboard heater. That's why. I have central heat, and I put baseboard heaters in this place. Fuck central heat.
Great Caesar's ghost, a talking Krusty doll.
I'm Krusty the Clown, and I love you very much.
That doll is evil, I tells ya. Evil! Evil!
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
I'm Krusty the Clown, and I don't like you. I'm Krusty the Clown, and I'm going to kill you.
Didn't even pull the string that time.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW, the Twilight Zone review, episode 315 for TZ 2002-102, One Night at Mercy. So many goddamn numbers. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Franklin's. Yeah. I copied everything down off the website into my notes. I'm like, God damn, there's a lot to copy down.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did, because when I went to go find the episodes,
they're out of order on the DVD or whatever.
No, all of these were in order. The only ones that are out of order on the disc that you sent me, which is a thumb drive, but whatever, is a Night Gallery is out of order.
Yeah, they're.
But this one was the right number.
It was before I shifted numbers over for Night Gallery.
Ah.
I eventually just went off the IMDb, but I was going off a different set of numbers before. I said, fuck it, and then changed. All right, welcome. One Night at Mercy. Originally supposed to be the 3rd episode, but they changed it to the 2nd episode because they changed the Lineman to the 11th episode. Good to know, right? Yep.
Yeah, right on. That means nothing to me. What?
Yeah, I feel like we did the Lineman. I have no idea. Oh, the Lineman was the Jeremy Piven episode. It was pretty good.
I missed that one.
Yeah, Electricity. It felt like an X-Files episode.
I missed it.
It was like 50 minutes or so. It was long, but it was fine. It was good.
Ari, wasn't it?
Ari, yeah. Yeah, John Cusack's former best friend. I don't know if they've worked together in the last 20 years, but they did a ton of movies together.
Yeah, they did. Wow. Why did they have a falling out?
Maybe I don't know if they did. Maybe they didn't.
I don't know either.
Maybe Jeremy Piven's like, I don't want to live in the red box like you. Even though you're still better than I am, I don't want to live there, man.
But maybe Jeremy Piven went, I don't really give a fuck about politics.
Yeah. You and Mark Ruffalo have a thing going on where you just say random shit and then argue with people on Twitter. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I don't care who the president is. You do. I don't, go fuck yourself.
John Cusack gets in so many arguments with people who have no jobs. And it's like, dude, you're 50-something. Like, really? Is this where you want to be?
Hey, John, well, this is his audience.
Come on.
People with no jobs.
At some point, though, he has to grow up.
They have time to rent movies from the Red Box.
Oh, is that what it is?
As they go and pick up their monthly medications, yes.
Oh, yeah, outside the CVS, they're like, I guess I'll get that new one where he's lost in the woods and plays an assassin for some reason. Like, he has 7 movies like that, I swear.
At the same time.
It's so weird.
Well, except that one where he was all the 3 of those things, but also a jury member.
Identity?
No, Juror 3.
Runaway Juror?
Runaway Jury, that's it.
Yeah. I love John Cusack.
I just hate the messages at the end of his movies. I hate when fucking movies have to like beat me over the fucking head with a stick at the end to let me know what message they were trying to tell me.
Are you talking about Twilight Zone 2020 or 2019? Sorry.
What, the first season, you mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I was this close to, instead of having Nick Cage cast, it was almost John Cusack cast.
Oh.
But I was like, you know what sounds more fun? Nick Cage movies than John Cusack.
Yeah, John Cusack movies are not fun.
No. Some of them are.
Well,
I like some of them a lot.
Yeah, the one with Nick Cage and it's fun.
He's got 2 of them, Nick Cage.
I know.
And they're both decent.
Yeah.
Except Con Air is a bad movie, but it's entertaining.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
It's
what
fucking
I was
awful.
talking about.
It's fucking awful.
What other one are you talking about?
The Frozen Ground.
Never seen that one.
It's not bad.
Not
bad. It's on Netflix, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
There's a Nick Cage movie that I haven't seen that's free.
It's Nick Cage and it's John Cusack.
It's on Netflix?
Yeah. It was last I looked. It might be let me look it up now.
Well, they do alternate throughout. They do shuffle through the streaming services, but
yeah. Let me look it up right now. Point is, talk about One Night at Mercy, Frank. Set it up.
Yeah, so there's a doctor and he saves a guy. I don't know, doing something with his heart, saying a bunch of numbers that have to do with blood pressure that I assume were bad. Sounded good to me. Like, I might be back on Adderall if I had numbers like that in my blood pressure.
It's still on Netflix, by the way.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check it out. What's it called?
The Frozen Ground.
The Frozen Ground.
I believe it's in Alaska. It's like a really shitty remake of Insomnia, which is itself a remake.
I was gonna say, isn't that a remake?
Yeah.
Anyway, so then all of a sudden, after this doctor who has migraines, hint, let's put that one on the background.
Foreshadow.
Yeah, popping Advil like Tic Tac.
He's been awake for like
36 hours or some shit like that. Like, doctors really don't pull hours like that. It's like you do 4 of 12s, maybe 4 12s in a row or something. You don't just sit there in an ER for fucking 4 days of your life.
Well, I got a feeling it was like other doctors were sick, sort of thing. But it was, what's funny is it's clearly the hospital from Scrubs and Children's Hospital. It's the same exact hospital.
Oh yeah,
and which has been torn down since then. But it felt like 3 people worked there.
That's all we saw.
That's all we saw. It's him, the blonde girl nurse who wakes him up later, and then a different nurse later who's like, he swears he's dead. Man. Off elsewhere.
Yeah, she's like, yeah. Oh, we got a guy here. He's ice cold. Been hanging for 22 hours. He's still alive though. What?
Yeah. Okay.
And then I was like, hey, it's George.
George fucking Costanza.
Yeah. Jason Alexander.
It starts off with Dr. Ferguson saving a life. So you got that going on. Jason Alexander shows up.
Congratulations, Doc. You're doing your job.
Yeah. And he goes, like, what's your name? What's your name? He's been hanging. He hung himself. What's your name? He's like, Death.
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 And I went,
yeah,
I'm like, wait. I paused. I went, did he just say death?
Yeah. He tried to kill himself. He's been hanging for like 23 hours.
Like, did they ask him what he was trying to do or his name?
What do you want? Who are you?
What do you want at the end?
Death. He does the old, the Naked Gun. What's that show Naked Gun was based on? Fuck, I mentioned it before. But
Police Squad.
Police Squad. And where he goes, who are you? How did you get in here? He's like, the locksmith. And I'm the locksmith. Who are you and what do you want? Death and death.
Yeah. The locksmith and I'm the locksmith.
It's great. Well, my favorite joke from that entire series.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. Oh, fuck. Yeah.
He interviews Death the next day and he basically is telling a big sob story where he got really sad in the 1300s during the Black Plague. So he got sad now and hung himself. Apparently it takes 700 some years to hang himself.
And 14 billion deaths later.
Yeah.
Being as though he also kills grass and
thank you
bugs and
that bothered me.
Yeah, I went, he's
like Santa Claus. I already have a hard enough time believing that motherfucker gets around to every single all over the place.
I have a hard enough time.
Flowers and grass.
It's like, do you really need to? Do you need to walk by some grass? I mean, did you have to walk by my grass this season and kill it? Did you?
You motherfucker.
I mean, only half of it? Couldn't you kill the whole thing?
Go get some peanut butter and set up some death traps in your backyard. He'll get stuck in there. Must kill.
I caught Jason Alexander.
Where's Jerry? Need rolls. Good thing Kramer wasn't in this role because he wouldn't just call someone black scrubs. That wouldn't be the most offensive thing he said. Get me out of here.
Oh, black scrubs. He's always fun. Who called him that? Where did I get that from? Yeah, scrubs and black scrubs. What the fuck was his name? Oh, moving on. I forget where I got that from.
Donald Faison's the actor's name.
Oh, I know who he is. Yeah, he's the asshole from Clueless.
He's not an asshole.
No, but I'm just saying he's the dude from Clueless.
He has some of the funniest lines in Clueless, though.
Which one? Which line?
I'd have to rewatch it, but when I watch it, I'm like, that's pretty good. can't think of anything top the head because right now I'm thinking of this fucking episode, and I don't want to go. I don't want to cross wires.
My wires are always crossed, so
yeah. Oh, it's true. Your wires are. Ironically, your wires are always fucking crossed horribly.
Yeah, I can't even get last names right,
despite your profession.
Oh, get it? I got it.
Hey.
Anyway,
yeah.
Yeah. So, Black Scrubs. Yeah. So Jason Alexander goes down the morgue because he can just get out of leather restraints, apparently, just like that. He's like, "Yes, I just wanted to let you guys know I'm sorry I didn't come to this decision sooner."
Yeah. Well, you didn't say what happened. Death is talking to him and goes, "I quit. I just quit." He goes, "So nobody's gonna die?" He's like, "Yeah, I remember the first person I killed in this hospital back in 1968, little Billy Reeve."
Billy Buckner or some shit like that.
It was Reeve.
Was it Reeve?
And then he goes, looks it up, and the nurse comes by later. And he's like,
"Oh
hey,
yeah,
what was that first person who died here? It was William Reeve." He's like, and they get the fucking sideways slow motion thing. It's fucking terribly shot, this episode.
It really was, and it's sad because like the doctor, actor, and Jason Alexander are obviously really good actors.
It just, the doctor was fine. He's like a general hospital actor, but he was good.
He looked familiar. I was gonna say he looked really familiar.
I just want to show the reaction to.
Yo, and how about Forrest Whitaker? I just want to bring Forrest Whitaker up.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. That wasn't even a green screen. That was him in front of a screen. It was literally, he went like this in front of the TV.
Yeah.
And they shot doing that.
There's two things I'm glad you brought up there. Jason Alexander, or I'm sorry, Forrest Whitaker and the green screen. And then this guy's acting. Because I actually like this when he grabs his stethoscope and rubs it on his temple.
Yeah.
It's a nice little acting moment without going, these fucking headaches. Oh.
Wow, my head hurts so bad. Let me just show you with the stethoscope. It's like,
yes. I watched this. I was like, oh, that's a nice touch.
I'm really sure the director did not come up with that.
He is commenting on it, but it was a nice little
visual
moment.
It takes my attention away from what he's saying, at least.
Exactly.
Eyes are about to drop out of my sockets. I'm getting my second wind.
The floor.
Oh, do me a favor.
Yeah, I'll hold. Sure.
Oh, this is when he asked her to look it up. I want to know when. Is it right here? Yeah, here it is.
William Breen.
Breen?
Kidding, right?
Would I kid you?
It's the same hospital from Scrubs.
Yeah.
I think in my head, every dramatic realization changes over to Korn. Let's go back to Forrest Whitaker. Oh my god, I just saw it.
It's so bad, dude.
He just saved. This is the intro. He just saved a life. Let's watch how they show Forrest Whitaker, who's always in green screen in this show, or most of the time. This time, he clearly is because it's slow motion in the background, but it is bad.
Our congratulations to Dr. J. Ferguson, who has just saved his first life. But tonight, he will meet a patient who will challenge all his assumptions about living and dying in the Twilight Zone.
I would have loved it.
Wrong.
It would have been funny if he was walking slow motion. It was like, oh, that's when they cut.
Yeah, I'm right away, Forrest.
The fuck, narrator, get out of here.
Who are you?
It's a weird decision on this show's part to have the narrator there, but do green screen. I don't understand it.
Yeah, like in the original, they cut to fucking Rod. It was obvious. It was obvious when he was part of the scene, but it was obvious when he wasn't.
Yes.
And both of them worked just fine.
And it was hilarious when he wasn't, but not for the right reasons.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes he wasn't, but it's obviously they really went for that he was, and then other times he wasn't, and it's obviously he wasn't because they just went from like a rocky fucking asteroid looking place to him in a fucking room someplace.
Or he finally got the time to show up on day 3 of the shoot. like in Little Girl Lost. So they pan over to him under the bed with the actor, and there's clearly the chalk already on the wall.
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
that's not there in the actual story yet.
No, exactly.
But you get that stuff, and it's fun. But this is just awful.
Yeah, this is just, there's no reason. Like, if you're not going to have him part of the scene, then don't put him in front of a fucking hospital.
Yeah,
that would work just fine. You know, that would have worked just fucking fine. Or don't do anything at all.
The problem is, imagine this over Frank's camera right now. He always pops up like this. Frank Links on a podcast.
He really does. He's like, yeah, I can really see that going on
This
behind me.
fucking guy.
Yeah. So there's something going on behind me, I'm sure.
He shows up like his face when he first pops up on the screen just pisses me off. I don't know why.
It's that smile he has.
Like, do you believe I'm here? I don't either.
Me neither. Yeah, they tell me I'm someplace. I don't know why.
I'll get a still shot of his face when he first pops up, because it just pisses me off for some reason.
It's his look.
It's that look behind.
It's that I'm actually looking at something. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. As they slow the footage down of what I just looked at. It's like, if you're going to do that, commit.
I wish he was like, just saved his first.
Exactly.
But he's in Twilight Zone.
And I mean, so
it'd be funny if they kept the green screen going over the credits, and he's just in front of that changing background, going rocking out. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to go way too far ahead. Okay. I'm glad I stopped myself.
Death. He announces he's death. He starts to believe him because he's Billy Reeve, as if the guy couldn't look it up online, like the character in this episode says. You could have found that online.
Yeah.
He shows in the newspaper there's no reported deaths for the day. He calls around to all these major cities. No deaths anywhere.
Which is odd.
He still doesn't believe him. So Death is like, you know what? I'm going to fuck with his entire system of belief, and I'm going to make you watch your mom die again.
Yeah, that was a bit much. I was like, did you need to go that far? I guess you did.
You could have had one line with, look at me now, and then change back. But no, he's like, my son, please.
Yeah, let me relive the most awful moment of your life and do it in audio and visual form.
Yeah, and he's like, it's like Stephen King wrote that scene, I swear. And then he's like, I remember watching you when your mom was dying, and how you refused to let her go, and demanded that you save her. And
yeah, and then said a line that he only would know that he said to his mom.
Yeah,
would have worked fine. But no, let's go back and have the old bitch in the bed. Oh God, yeah. I really didn't like this. Come to think of it, I didn't like this episode. I'm kidding. No, I didn't like this. I really didn't like this decision.
There is a cool scene that I liked after this, because we see all these people coming in, and he's like, you really quit? And Death's like, yeah, I quit. Like, no more death. And he's like, awesome. Stay that way. I do got to go. We got to code yellow. Stay that way. Do not come back. Do not kill anyone. I'll be right back. He goes downstairs, and there's people coming from the ER, and they're all like bloody. I wish they went further with this part. And he's like, the nurses are like,
they didn't.
They have no heartbeat, but
they're all flatlined.
Still alive. They're all flatlined, but they're like, and the people screaming because they're in pain and they can't die. So that's them for an eternity now.
Yeah. They're all burned up alive, and they have no arms and shit. Like the one guy just had a stump because his hand was gone, and he was burnt up. I'm like, wow. Not only did you lose your hand, but you're all burned up as well.
I feel like they brought in Mel Gibson to shoot this scene. Like, you need something horrific. He's like, I'm there, mate.
I got these.
Can I pretend they're all Jewish and suffering?
well, whatever you need to get it done, Mel.
I don't care about your motivation, Mel. We're not going to spend that much time on this. But then,
all right, fine. They're all Jews.
He realizes right away, holy shit, this is not going to work out for me. Usually right here is what I would say. I wish they didn't speed this along, but actually it was effective enough where it worked perfectly.
I was just about to argue with you there, but yeah, exactly. It was just enough to get the point
just
across.
enough where you're like, oh, okay, people need to die because otherwise they're just trapped in this like fucking miserable burning nightmare forever. And
because at first I was like, that's cool, sweet, nobody's got to die anymore. But oh wait,
some people need to.
Humans don't just take that as faith failure. Okay, cool. I'll make sure I'm okay then. I'll make sure I don't, catch myself on fire.
Yes.
But no, that's not how it goes.
So it means even if they cut their heads off, just a head on the ground going, oh God, why?
Oh, put me back.
Staple it back. It's like oh my God. I
haven't
thought about
just
this
duct
movie.
tape it back on so I can have the point of view.
I haven't thought about this movie in a decade. Idle Hands, where Seth Green gets his remember the other dude who's in the new Daredevil movie. He's like a beer bottle and Seth puts his head back on. Do you remember Idle Hands?
No.
Devin Sawa, the one girl who was in Jessica Alba, Seth Green. It's a fun movie, but it's stupid as shit from the 90s.
Seth Green from...
Yeah.
You mean Dr.
Yes.
Okay. Dr. Evil's
He's
son?
in it too. But it's like Devin Sawa's hand becomes possessed and starts to kill people. He kills all his friends and he has to stop it and he cuts his hand off and he has to track the hand down the rest of the movie. It's so fucking dumb, but it is so fun. But it reminds me of that.
That's weird.
Yeah, it was a really weird movie. But anyway, I forgot about that movie completely. Wow.
That's from the 90s?
Oh yeah, like 99, I want to say. 98.
You mean late 90s Jessica Alba?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, right. She has a scene.
Now I'm interested.
Yeah. It was like 3 years post Flipper, if that.
Ooh. What?
Anyway.
Post Flipper?
Yes.
Oh shit. Yeah, they did do a Flipper movie, didn't they?
No, she was on a Flipper TV show.
Okay. Wait. I mean, Flipper was 2 TV shows?
Yeah, they did a remake in the 90s. She was on it. Right when I was hitting my masturbatorial debut. She was
the same age. What are you talking about?
She was on PBS.
I know she was on PBS, but wasn't she younger?
She's older than us.
No, but wasn't she? Oh.
Yeah, at that time she was still older than us, so I'm not like doing it now.
Okay, yeah. Were we talking when I was 12? I mean,
yeah.
So I was 12 in 95.
Yeah. All right. He goes to find Death to tell him you should probably get back to work, but he tracks him down upstairs, like on the roof, and for some reason there's like a sad bench.
Yeah,
5 feet right before you would jump to your death. Like, so it gives you a moment to contemplate it and go, yeah, I'm going to jump. Why?
Yeah, but wasn't that bench on Scrubs?
I don't remember a bench on Scrubs.
There was a bench on the top of the roof on Scrubs.
That was probably somewhere else, this shot. But look at this. Okay, your family just died in the hospital. You're lost. You go and wander over to the elevator. You hit the top floor button on accident. You walk upstairs and you go, I'll get some breath here. I'll get some fresh air. Hey, look, a bench. Oh, hey, look, a massive jump where I can fall to my death out of my sadness and grief. Oh, look, no railing. I'll just walk forward 7 steps and fucking vanilla sky myself into the pavement below.
Where are they supposed to be? Like, where is that?
The hospital roof.
What backdrop is that?
In Baghdad? I don't know.
Yeah,
look at the fucking thing.
Oh, well, look, it's gotta be near a river because there's the docks over there, but there's a mountain behind it, so that's weird.
I don't know. It doesn't matter. But why is there a bench, like a park bench on the roof on a platform?
It is a very odd choice. But I want to say that that's kind of normal because, like, I want to say I remember like a hospital that had like a bench or something on top of the roof. Like that was something.
But if they did, they would have a railing.
Yeah, you'd think so. What the fuck? Or maybe I'm thinking
like,
Empire Records.
No, they just hung around the neon lights and jumped around.
And and played a concert apparently.
Yeah,
because they could fit a band up there apparently somehow.
He decides you need to go back to work. Jason Alexander's sitting there holding a flower, talking about fucking flowers. This is when he does the speech of, I kill grass, motherfucker. I'm real busy.
He's like, I don't just kill humans. I kill everything,
Yeah.
Birds, grass, bees.
Why is there not a grass death is beyond me.
Like, he'd be real busy if he was so concerned with all the insects on the earth.
Here's the problem. Even if it was the computer program where all it did was control the depth of that, it would still be super fucking busy.
Yeah.
Every blade of grass you have to kill.
It'd be the most comprehensive computer program you ever
Things
saw.
die like trillions per second.
I know, exactly.
It would be impossible.
Yeah.
The world is fucking big and there's a lot of plants.
Yeah, exactly, dude.
Every algae or spore in the air? No.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I mean, the biomass that's underneath of the planet is insane.
Yeah. It's nonsense.
Like, how far do you want to go with this, Jason? Like,
and he apparently has been doing this for 4.6 billion years, and he keeps a little 5-inch notebook and has names written in size 47 font in there, and he hasn't filled that thing up yet.
It's funny, like they had just come out with like how old the Earth was at this point, so obviously life must have been on the Earth that long, I guess they thought. So he used that number, but that's not right.
No,
that didn't make any sense. I'm like,
triple that.
It's like, so you were on no, it was less than that.
No, it'd be way longer.
What do you mean?
Way longer. I don't believe their math on that.
What, the 4.8 billion years?
Yeah, it's way longer.
That's the sun age, dude.
Or so science tells you, Frank.
I know.
The Earth, the dinosaurs were like 500 years ago.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, yeah, the Earth's only this world's only 5,000 years old.
Yeah, it was like dinosaurs died.
That's when God created it.
He talks about killing dinosaurs in this episode.
I know.
He does. He says it out loud.
And that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Didn't laugh. Yeah.
Because he's a good actor. That's why.
Oh man, it's both stupid as shit and kind of sweet.
Yeah, I liked it. Like, it was simple though. It was simple if you think about it. It was simple.
Yeah.
But they kind of made it a little bit less simple at the end there, but it was still from a simple idea.
I actually wish they spread out and focus more on the relationship between these two guys more than they did. Because when he goes, he's basically tired of killing. He's like, all I do is kill. And he's like, what's it like to save a life? And he's like, it's great, man. And he goes, that's what I thought. I was like, this is a sweet moment.
Yeah, I
wish this was more of the episode.
And then the whole time I'm thinking to myself, oh, was he really not able to save that guy's life at the beginning of this episode because death was swinging from a fucking noose?
Well, he does ask, and he goes, he wasn't in the book. So he did save his life. He gives him that little bit of like last bit, because basically the end is
and the brain aneurysm thing. Yeah, like that made sense. Like
that scene was bad.
Yeah, it was
over.
The scene was bad. The way he falls over, yeah, it was bad.
But it was honestly, the emotion in that scene. Excuse me, I wasn't crying. I was hiccuping. That emotion in the scene actually worked for me, and it was the best part of the episode for me.
Yeah.
And this is why I say most of the time, 2002 Twilight Zone, I go, But this one was, and then had a little bit of, like,
yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah.
Yep.
I still gave it a 6.
I gave it a 7.
I could give it a 7, but I'm going to stick with 6 because I wish they would have done a lot of things differently.
So do I.
And I wish they would have focused more on these two guys relating to each other, because one kills people, one saves lives. There's a lot of you could stretch out of that, and they don't do anything until the very end.
Yeah, they didn't figure that out until the end. But you know what? I don't want them to figure that out to the end. to be honest, because if you
But then
figure out
stretch
too
the
soon,
ending
it gets old.
But make the ending a little bit longer. I wanted another couple minutes there with that scene.
Well, I could have used a couple more scenes with them getting to know each other better, I guess.
Yeah.
But you got
because all their sorry, go ahead.
No, that's yeah.
I was gonna say all their scenes together are him going, "You're not Death." Oh, I am though, but what? Who cares? Death being sarcastic and dismissive, and then this guy going, "All right, well." He's kind of like on the fence from the beginning, which helps his transition into believing him later.
Imagine that, huh? I mean, why wouldn't he be somewhat skeptic?
Yeah.
But it's like, come on, Death. Like, don't think everybody's gonna say, "Oh, are you?"
Yeah.
Wow.
No way.
Wow. Nice to meet you, buddy. Wait, I want to shake your hand. I almost
You
got
around billions of years and you haven't figured that out yet. Humans need a little bit of something behind it.
How about a little bit of couth there, Death?
Yeah.
a little bit of
He
self.
could have done this scene earlier where he holds the flower up and goes and wilts it. That's it.
Yeah.
You don't have to bring his dead mother back from the grave.
No, even though that is cliche as fuck for Death.
And why is that a power Death can do? Summon the dead?
And not for nothing. I mean, Rod's done that in like 3 other Twilight Zone episodes. Have Death touch a flower to drive the point home he's death. I mean, episode 2 of this fucking series, for Christ's sake.
I hate to say it, but Rod was so out of thought for this series.
Oh yeah,
he's been dead for 30 years now.
This is my point about how great Rod was.
26 years.
This is my point of how great Rod was. How great of a writer Rod was, back in his day, and is still great to this day. It's like this was 2002.
Yeah.
And Rod wrote better than these fuckers back in the 50s.
Rod died in 75. This is 7 years after he died.
But I'm saying he wrote a better script to drive home that Death was really Death to the main character from episode 2 in 59.
No, even outside of One for the Angels, there's a better representation of Death that's similar to this in the Robert Redford episode, Nothing in the Dark.
Yeah.
Which is way fucking better than this episode.
And that was 64, for Christ's sake.
And that's kind of what I wanted from this episode is that script. Where that entire episode is Death trying to relate to the old lady.
Yeah.
And he calls her mother, and it's like really fucking sweet. He calls her mother, and he's like, there's nothing to be scared of. And this one briefly goes,
You tricked me.
You're fine, right? You feel fine. And that entire script is what I wanted out of one little scene, and I couldn't get it except for one line of dialogue of, that's what I thought. Save a life. Sounds great. Well, let's go. Let's green screen off this building.
Yeah. Let's bad green screen right off this building in the
I wanted Forrest Whitaker to pop.
Good job, guys.
Believe this shit?
Yeah.
This looks terrible.
I know, that'd be great. Huh, there they go. I bet you.
Oh, let me let's see his death scene. Oh, tune the sound off. He just convinced Death to go back to killing.
I'm glad he died after he touches him.
Feel better? He had his forehead on the bench bottom.
Yeah, like, do they have to do that? Couldn't they just let him sit there?
I want to hear that one scene. Where is it?
Hey, put me back in. Just put me back. I thought that was good.
Here he goes.
How does it feel to save a life, if you don't mind my asking?
Felt good. Felt real good.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
And then they green screen off the building.
Just talk to Dr. J. Ferguson.
You can see the hard line right here on this pillar. Do you see that?
Yeah.
That's now a first-year resident.
It's the only part of this pillar severely in focus. It's so bad.
Yeah, but that's why off of a roof works so well with the pillar there. Because pillar holding nothing up, apparently.
You know what's weird? The sweetest moment in the script and my favorite part of the episode, he's not good at acting there.
No,
real good. Real good.
Yeah, that whole line there, I thought, he had me right up to then.
And that's not the actor's fault. It's the script fault because it could have went. It meant everything to me. That would have been just as honest, and you could say that line with way more sincerity than you could.
You could have just went
felt real good,
amazing, and I would have went, okay, that works.
It's the lines they give the background bullies in Back to the Future. Like they talk like Neanderthals in that movie. If you listen to the background bullies,
yeah.
They just talk like felt good, felt real good.
Durr.
Get him, Biff.
Yeah,
and then when that one guy who's super excited and like they don't walk on water.
Wasn't that Flea?
No, that one was the other guy.
No.
Hoverboards don't walk on water.
Oh,
Billy Zane and Flea and that guy.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure that was Flea, wasn't it?
No, he doesn't say that line though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was like the semi-Asian dude. With the longer hair.
His voice was so out of this fucking it was yeah. Never mind.
I'm gonna pull it up right now.
Just the sound he made his voice make when he said that.
All right, let's go to screen sharing right now. Because this line, hoverboards don't work on water.
Walk on water. Everything they say was like this.
Hey, McFly, you bojo! Those boats don't work on water unless you've got power.
Fucking Biff.
Love it. Anyway, unless you got power. Oh, Biff. I want a follow-up series like they did with Cobra Kai, where it's just Biff Tannen and how he survived after 1985. We're like, I swear that motherfucker's time traveling. He shows up with a pickup truck out of nowhere.
I mean, I even traveled once.
Him and his weird best friend, who's 60 years older than him, shoved garbage in a car, then flew off in the fucking sky. Nobody believes me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm the crazy one.
Yeah. And then the last episode.
I mean, we all know that 1.21 gigawatts would have gave them a massive amount of deadly radiation.
1.21 gigawatts. And then it's the last episode of that Biff Tannen series. It cuts to reveal that he's just talking to a padded white wall, like this close to it. And then that motherfucker was like, he made a pizza and he put it in for 4 seconds and it was, and then he gets fired. Oh man. I was like Donald Trump for a little bit there and I banged his mom in a hot tub. Lorraine.
For some reason, every time I go back, I have to watch the worst parts of my life over again.
Yeah. I want to hear Biff Tannen's version of this storyline.
It's got to sound insane. More insane than the main character's version.
He brings in the principal. He does a podcast, and he brings on a principal for an episode. Then I had to scare that kid off my porch.
Yeah. Didn't you do that after you were the principal, right? Right. Yeah,
and then for some reason, my house was overrun and it changed into someone else owning it.
And then some snot-nosed kid was stealing my paper.
I'll get him.
Right before the drive-by.
Well, this has been Biff and Principal Strickland on an episode of the real Back to the Future.
We swear time travel is possible.
I swear I had that almanac, and he stole it right out from my hands and threw manure on me several times.
Almanac? You mean ooh la la? Yeah, Strickland's like, you mean ooh la la?
A French porny mag.
I thought I was going to see some French tits with some bush or something. Yeah, no, I get a bunch of fucking sports scores from 20 years in the future. I don't know.
Yeah, it was all like Javi Baez. It was before they actually won the World Series. They're only up by 1 year. How much do you think like Zemeckis and Bob, what's the other guy's name?
No, but when Strickland got it, it was like 30 some years. So
yeah, No, yeah, it was. He was at 55, and they got it from 2015s. Yeah, but that's man. The producers, Bob Gale and Robert Zemeckis, were off by 1 year.
Oh, you mean the Cubbies winning the Super Bowl?
The Cubs winning the World Series was off by one.
I just say
one. So close. They haven't won in 115 years or some shit. And they're off by one.
And they won't win another 115 years.
Good. Sorry, White Sox fan. I don't give a shit about the Cubs.
I don't give a shit about baseball either.
It's already been 16 years for me and 87 years before that. So.
Oh my God, it has been since the Big Hurt hit you there.
2005 is the last time we won. No, the Big Hurt wasn't there.
No, was he retired by then?
Yeah, that was Canerco. That was Canerco's team by the time they won.
Oh.
I wept openly when the White Sox won the World Series, and then I was like, "Oh, the next year we're gonna win." No, 16 years later, fucking, we made the playoffs like 4 times. Like nothing.
Yeah, I cried when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Yeah. If the Vikings win, because they've never won.
Yeah,
ever.
Well, neither did the Eagles ever.
I thought the Eagles did win.
No, they went once or twice before.
Oh, they won before the Super Bowl era.
Yeah. They won the NFC Championship. Yeah.
There's a lot of teams that cannot win now that were super champs like before the Super Bowl era.
Name one.
Before the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure the Cardinals, when they were the Chicago Cardinals, won some championships before the Super Bowl era.
Because I remember the Green Bay Packers won.
Well, they won like the fucking Super Bowl one.
Yeah, but they won a bunch of championships before that.
Yeah, but
they were like the Cowboys were already like I just remember the Cowboys and the Packers were already big.
Cowboys weren't a team until after the Super Bowl era or during right before. Cowboys came in the 60s.
Did they?
Yeah, so did the Super Bowl.
No. I don't even know how old the Super Bowl is anymore. I used to know.
68, I want to say. 67, 68.
So Super Bowl 30, 40? Right
now we're at Super Bowl 59, 60. I don't even know.
God, we're getting old, man.
Which Super Bowl in 2022?
Oh, you're probably right. I remember being 10 years old and having those Super Bowl cards.
61. And yeah.
But I just remember being 10 and having the Super Bowl cards, and I've never seen one over 30.
First Super Bowl was 1967. I was off by 1. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty good. This is the oldest car I ever owned was 68.
All I know is the Vikings are 0-4 in the Super Bowl. We're never going to win it.
Who?
The Vikings are 0-4. It's just never going to happen.
They won 4 times?
Yeah, Frank Tarkenton in the 70s, man.
How about the Bills? They went 4 in a row.
In a row.
And this year's the year.
Man, I would rather never. I'm fine not winning ever. If I went 4 years in a row and every year I'm getting a tattoo and like getting it lasered out and written re-tattooed over, like that. Here we go. No,
that's a small area too, man. That's not a big metropolitan area. I mean, Buffalo is not a big city.
Is it not? I've never been there, obviously, but
I've been there once. It was not what I thought. Like, because I'm from Philly, so I know what a city looks like, and Buffalo does not look like a city to me.
Yeah,
Buffalo looks like Jacksonville or Columbus. You ever been to Columbus, Ohio?
Yeah. Is it kind of like it must be kind of like Tucson compared to Phoenix, because Phoenix and Philly are like almost the
Phoenix
exact
is
same
huge,
size.
dude. Yeah, like I've been to Phoenix and I felt like I was in a city.
Phoenix is it's a comparable in population to Philly and its suburbs, like almost the exact same.
Yeah, but I'm talking about,
we just cover more because it's just way more suburbs.
Yeah,
the city
and
itself is way smaller.
Yeah, but like Columbus, it's like you get a few tall buildings here and there, and then but it's like if you weren't paying attention as you drove by it on the highway, you wouldn't have noticed you were in Columbus. It's my point, and that's how Buffalo is.
That's how Denver was. I drove through Denver, and I was like, "Here we go, Denver. Where is it?" Looked at my rearview mirror. Oh, there it is. I'm like, I fucking what? I missed it. I saw it in my rearview mirror. I'm like, oh, there it is.
I gotta look at more mountains now.
Bye.
Yeah. I've never been to Denver actually. I flew over it a bunch.
Yeah. I wanted to enjoy it because I was like, I'm just driving through. I just want to see it. No, I didn't even notice. Atlanta, when you drive through Atlanta, you have to go through the whole fucking city.
Oh god, dude, yeah.
You have to. It takes forever, and they purposely do that so you have to stop in Atlanta.
Yep.
I swear.
And I always thought Atlanta was like on the East Coast, like on the coast, kind of like
Georgia.
Kind of like Philly
Georgia.
is. Like Philly's on the eastern coast of Pennsylvania, which is in between Pennsylvania and Jersey, but it might as well be on the coast because there is a river there. It's pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
I mean, the Delaware River, when it goes past Philly, is pretty fucking big. I mean,
iconic.
I mean, it takes fucking at least a minute and a half to drive over the bitch.
Well, it must have taken a while because the guy had to paint George Washington crossing it.
No, he crossed it fucking an hour and a half north of there. It's nothing, dude. Like when I drive over where Washington crossed the Delaware, I drove over it on a bridge that's literally 2 lanes, one going one way, one going the other, and I'm on that bitch for about 10 seconds.
That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, but imagine on a fucking boat where you got.
Yeah, dude. I don't know why they could have walked over the bitch. There's enough rocks. Like there's enough rocks sticking up out of the bitch to where they could have just jumped from rock to rock.
I bet they were like, "This is really shallow. I'm gonna walk alongside the boat like I'm a kid going up a hill on his bike." But can you like paint it like
legit, legit, yeah. Like there's no place for a boat to go across it.
Well, it's not a boat. It's like a fucking canoe. Let's be honest. It's a little kayak. Yeah. I want to see him with the fucking
just like
helmet.
It's just like that Napoleon painting. With him on the horse.
Yeah.
He really traversed those mountains on a donkey.
Yeah.
Or a mule.
But it looked like a horse when he was on it.
Of course. Because he was small. I'm average for the times, you jerk.
Yeah. You jerk. History is a fool. Oh shit. I'm the fool.
Hey, I'm average for the times, you jerk.
I guess the point is death goes back to being death.
Yeah, where were we?
That's
Yeah. He does some convincing. I'll give him that.
Hey, we're at 48 minutes. I don't give a shit if we fuck around the next 12 minutes, but then we gotta be done. But
I didn't like the convincing part. I mean, Death hung himself for Christ's sake and
for
sat
23
there for
hours.
23 hours just going. But it took this doctor like, yo, you got to get down there. It's fucked up. Okay, then.
You got to get back to work. The seconds after he had the scene where he goes, don't go back to work. Whatever you do, don't kill anything. I'll be right back. Stay here. Hey, I'm back. You need to go back to work, man. He's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Are you sure?
The problem is, for me,
bet you'd be singing a different tune if I told you your name was in this book.
Yeah. Well, they don't mention that, but the problem is they made it too much of a reference and a realization for the character that people need to die. I'm just here to heal and save lives, but now I realize people need to die. And they try to go too far into that direction by him going, Death goes, you realize that now, right? And it's like, was this a lesson for him the whole time? Because I did not get that at all.
Yeah, well, he went, I kind of figured something like that would happen.
Yeah. But it's like, why do you give so much of a shit? And it makes you wonder, like, is this his personal death? And that's how he needs to accept it. Because it does answer our question of how does death kill every blade of grass in the entire fucking world? That alone, you need 6,000 deaths for. The ants, you need 50,000 deaths for. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. And then, like, so everybody in the ER just died, but he didn't go down there. So,
yeah.
Him just accepting the fact that he does this, I guess, balances the, I don't know.
I get the only way, it's like our last episode. The only way it really makes sense is if you add a little bit more story to it in your head canon.
Yeah, which is fine.
This is death convincing him death is important, and therefore making that transition easier for him. If you read it like that, where it's nothing in the dark, like the Robert Redford episode, it's fine. It works a lot better, actually.
Yeah.
But that's not what they show you. But what they show you is still fine.
Did you feel a tear of thunder? Or thunder or something? What did you say? Anyway.
At this point, though, I do have the math left over for how many episodes we have left.
Oh. I thought you were going to tell me the math of how many insects there were.
No.
Like, wow, you did all that, did you? That's a lot of math.
So this is our last episode of 2021. We'll be back next year to finish/continue. I should say continue, not finish, because I doubt with this many episodes we're going to finish next year.
Do
you want to guess how many episodes of the 2002 series we have left?
Of 2002?
Yes.
How many seasons did they do?
1. Guess how many episodes we have left, though.
How many have we done already?
I don't know. I don't have that math on hand, but just take a guess how many are left.
40.
22.
Still a lot.
Of the 1985 series.
I would say we've done 22 by now.
Yeah, that's about right. There's 40 some episodes. We've got 22 left.
Okay.
That's about half. But how many are left of the 1985 series? How many stories? Not episodes, but stories.
Oh, shit. Like 80?
7. No. You got it exactly right, Frank. There's 80 left.
I have the DVD. Or the Blu-ray. Thanks.
Night Gallery. How many stories are left from Night Gallery?
Oh, fuck, stories. I mean, I look at the list every fucking time I gotta read one or watch one. Fucking about 110.
No, way less. 70. There's less Night Gallery than there is 85.
That's true. We have done a lot of Night Gallery.
Yeah.
It does seem like the bingo hopper hates us and picks a lot of Night Gallery.
I think there's actually just more of the 1985 because they did 3 full seasons and Night Gallery did like a couple half.
I was gonna say, like, it was like 3 seasons. So it was like, excuse me, it was like 35 episodes a season, right?
Yeah, they did a lot less.
Yeah.
Night Gallery did, but the Night Galleries just feel like an eternity. But we got 70 Night Gallery, 80,
because there's
85,
3 to 4
02's.
episodes. Yeah, I was gonna say that's because there's like 3 to 4 stories per episode.
That's 172 episodes. How many? 172 podcasts left to cover those, plus our Redux episodes, plus the movies we got to do. So we got 250 episodes left, probably.
Oh, cool.
Then we're just fucking done. Because I'm not going past 500 on this fucking thing. What, are we going to keep doing this forever?
If they keep on making them.
They're done. We covered every episode of the new version, and they're done.
Yeah.
What are we going to keep going? Like, we're not Tom Elliott. We're not going to release 1 a month. We're going to do 12 a month or something. Whatever. We do a lot. This is our 104th episode this year.
Wow. Well, we do
104 this year.
I mean, we average 2 to 3 in a week.
A week.
Yeah.
Yes. We don't take a whole lot.
By the way, Tom, if you're listening, can you please stop having guests on your fucking podcast, man? Honestly, I don't care who you have on. I don't want to hear them. I just want to hear you do your thing, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'm sure it's more interesting for you.
Yeah.
I get that.
And it's like
but what
pride.
Yeah, but don't forget what made your podcast great. And what you're doing lately is not that. Just saying.
I will say this.
No disrespect. No disrespect.
We're both huge fans of you. But when I download your podcast and it's not about an episode and it's just an interview with someone, I go,
I don't give a fuck. I don't even listen. Yeah. I'm sorry. Sorry, Tom. You have to see the stats on this. You have to.
And here's the problem with that is I don't want to listen to 85-year-olds talk about 1963. Like
yeah. Or
depends what the person is, but
yeah, I mean, yeah. Good point.
And he has yet to have us on,
which is fine.
No, fuck you. Maybe that's where I'm insulted. We've done more Twilight Zone podcasts than anyone.
Yeah.
by double, probably. This is our
Easily.
315th episode, and we get zero respect, and we get no accolades. Like, Tom's gotten awards, which I get. I'm not begrudging the man anything because we don't deserve them, but
No,
we got nothing. He doesn't even want to have us on. He won't be on here. That I say, no, I don't really mean fuck you, but that is, we've done double anyone else's.
Yeah.
Name another Twilight Zone show that's even done 150.
And that's the entire fucking run of the first one. Well,
so Twilight Pone.
Yeah, the Pone. Yeah, and they haven't done an episode in 2 years.
And they've done 10 more episodes after that, right? 10, 20. Let's just say 20. So 170, 175. Let's give them a few extra.
Yeah,
175. We've done 315.
They did a few night galleries. Yeah.
Yeah, but just a few.
I don't know how they yeah, because before I ever watched Night Gallery, I remember listening to a few that they did, and they were able to string one Night Gallery out to an hour. I don't know how.
You know what I love is when I go to, like, I look up, I have a list here somewhere. I can find it. But I'm looking up, like, what are the best Twilight Zone podcasts out there? And they rank it, like, the episodes, and then they go, how many per week? And it's like the Twilight Zone podcast, 1 per month. The Twilight Pone, 2 per month. Our show, 6 per month. I'm like, come on.
Yeah, we're always number 3.
I don't know. We're not doing the math on it. We're not doing the research on the episodes, but come on. Like,
no, but at least we're watching them.
Yeah, we're not here to educate you. We're here to make fun of things that we love.
Yeah, like, I don't know what more education do you want out of this shit? Like, there's nothing to go off of. You want to hear about the backstory of Jason Alexander? Do you? Do you care?
He was in the following MST3K episodes.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a shtick. That's a bit. You know, fine. If we were doing a bit like that, that'd be one thing. But just because, like,
I'm wondering where those files are, because I saved a bunch of pictures a while ago about, like, where the fuck are they? That's gonna piss me off if I can't find them. About, like, the rankings on different sites of Twilight Zone shows, and we're always like number 3 to number 5,
which is fine, because there's like 10 podcasts out there at least.
It's just funny.
A bunch of them came out at all at one time,
and they all quit.
Yeah, no, I don't think any of them ever finished the first series.
Oh, this is gonna piss me off. I can't find it. Used.
Although I would say that 3 of those people who started those podcasts were on Twilight show. Just saying. Just saying.
Who?
I don't remember their names. I don't give a shit enough. I just remember hearing them on, like, you're from what now? That's a thing. Like,
He did say he can't keep up with us.
Which, yeah, I get it. If you thought that we only had one speed, fine.
Yeah, not like we can't just literally have a conversation, because we do have serious moments in this show.
We can slow it the fuck down and not be so, like, you know, this is not my normal fucking. No, that's true.
Well, Frank, this is your 234th episode of the show out of 315.
Yeah, I think
we got it. We got it down.
Yeah, Tom, if you want to have a serious discussion about Twilight Zone, I can pull that off pretty easily.
Well, I found them.
What?
I found the.
Oh, you found the.
Yes. Let me find. How do I open this in a separate file?
Yeah, this is stuff I don't look into. I never look into this shit.
I don't ever. And one night I was like, "Fuck it, let's look." Okay,
yeah, I don't care enough. I'm like, I don't. You know, I'm just happy with what I do. I don't care what people think of it.
I found one image here. For some reason, our favorite episode on this site, which is Owl Tale, is Of Late I Think of Cliffordville, ranked number 1.
Why?
This one, which is Reddit.
Oh, that was a good episode that we did, though.
Okay, so this is Reddit. My personal rankings of TZ podcasts. This is for fun and the spread awareness. The Twilight Zone is one of my favorite shows, just not plural. Okay, and the discovery that people podcast about it has only deepened my interest and knowledge. I started with Game Informer's The Twilight Zone Highlight, the Twilight Highlight Zone, and just kept going. This is how I rank all the podcasts I've heard of. Hopefully people here learn of new ones, or I learn of new ones myself. Number 1, the Twilight Zone podcast. That's Tom's. The uncontested king of TZ podcasting. No dispute there. Tom's episodes deep dive into single episodes with the highest quality. He's still moving along in order of their broadcast date. Number 2, Twilight Pwn. While Tom is number 1 with a solo cast, this number 2 is undoubtedly the best duo cast with Fred and John. With good humor, knowledge, and callbacks to their out of order episodes, it is a treat going through with them. Oh, we are way low on this list. Number 3, the Twilight Highlight Zone. This is a very personal placement here. Jeff and Ben went through the episodes in 5s, so the content is not as deep. However, their plot summaries and comments/jokes were great, very magical to watch. The Franklins, their award ceremony after each season is a treat as well. Number 4, submitted for your approval, which is another good one. A newer cast compared to the 3 above. In my eyes, part of the next generation of TZ podcast. Brandon handles this podcast very well. What's unique with his one is the rotating list of guests who are all very enjoyable. Number 5, Anthology, another one of the new gen podcasts. Matt's solo cast stands out because he is the new to the series. His bonus reviews are pretty cool as well, with highlights, things the ordinary TZ fan may not know about. Number 6, Us. LIW, the Twilight Zone review with Phoenix West. Definitely the oddball of the bunch from the new gen. The ramblings of comedian Phoenix West that sometimes had me hysterical, while other times I scratch my head. He's been dormant after season 2, episode 1, this is a long time ago. He cranked out the first season in 2 blasts, basically. This seems fitting with his on-screen crazy drunken persona. Okay. Number 7, The Fifth Dimension. The duo cast started on the back half of Twilight Pwn, very similar to them, but not as good. They also did 57 episodes, the very best and worst episodes, according to them. Their RSS feed has been dormant since October 2015. So we just barely nudged out that one that's been dormant for a while.
Oh, that's good.
Although, to be fair, we started in 2015, so they must have done this review shortly after. This one, we're number 8 on FeedSpot. This is us here at the top. Number 9 below us, the Twilight Zone podcast.
Really?
Followed by number 10, submitting for your approval. So
really? What kind of a fucking list is this?
I don't know, but we're above them. That's all we have to claim.
Haha. Hey, can you tweet that to him? Say, fuck you, Tom. Kiss my ass, Tom. We don't need you on here. Apparently.
Okay, I'll do it.
No, don't please.
No, I will.
Joking.
No, but that's one, and yeah, it's
what a ridiculous list that must be.
I just want to read that last sentence again. He cranked out the first season 2 blasts, basically. This seems fitting with his on-screen crazy drunken persona. Wow. It both saddens me and it humors me that he thinks it's a persona.
I'm like, no, he was drunk. He's just really drunk.
I'm just pretending, Frank.
I know.
Hold on. I'm just pretending, Frank.
Jesus, Phoenix.
No.
I was gonna say, like, you're one of those drunks that you don't show that you're drunk anymore.
No, definitely. But I can also drink and be fine. Like,
I can't. I'd be just throwing up over here, like, yeah, I'm here with you.
I did just spill in my face though.
Huh?
No, it's that is fucking hilarious. Oh man.
That's good stuff. That's funny. Yeah. I mean, when I first heard it, I'm like, this guy's out of his fucking mind. This is the guy I need to get in touch with. And then Adam's like, this guy's out of his fucking mind.
Yeah. Both you guys were, hey, what are you doing? Like, Do you want to have me on? I was like, I don't give a shit.
Sure, why not? I've never said no to anybody.
You're a good date, Frank.
Thanks, buddy.
It's never said no.
Yeah, no, never.
You're a fat girl in a prom dress. Good job.
Oh, I always swallow.
Not gonna say no.
Nope.
Anything's open. You come to the front of the house. You come to the back of the house.
The front and back doors are wide open.
Those doors say, "Come on in."
Yeah. They might be shut, but the locks are not locked. You just gotta turn the handle. Get it?
This.
Get it? Yeah.
A loose spit will do.
You'd be surprised what a little bit of lube will get you.
All right, we're done, right?
Yeah.
We're at hour 7 now.
I got a big smile on my face. We edged out Tom.
Oh man.
I like that. What was that site? We need to shout them out more.
Huh?
What site was that again?
Let's see if I can find it again. That was FeedSpot.
Feedspot.com. Thank you, Feedspot.
It's weird
not for the 8 ranking, but for that you put us in front of Tom.
Well, it makes me wonder if they rely more heavily on how many episodes we do. Because look at this. This is when I was mentioning frequency of our show: 3 episodes per week. Average episode length 52 minutes. It does the Facebook fans, Twitter followers, and yada yada yada. But frequency of Tom's show, the Twilight podcast, 3 episodes per quarter. Average length 19 minutes.
That's wrong. That frequency is all wrong. His average episode's an hour, and 3 a quarter. That's about right.
They must have hit it right at a
3,
point.
6, 9, 12. So, yeah. What?
He must have had a point there where that's what he did, and that it happened to capture that math.
It's like the frequency and the length they got mixed up almost. I don't know.
His show comes out so slowly. I don't listen to him in order. I wait.
Yeah, so do I.
There we go.
And then I'll I'm the same way, and then I'll binge listen.
Yeah.
I
haven't listened in a while.
Yeah, bye. That's
Is
because he's
Small AM done like completely.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I told you they had a falling out. It seems, guys.
They haven't
Fuck
had
you, Frank. Bye. Frank and I had a falling out. LIW the Twilight review is not done. It's just me. It's a solo again. Dick will appear, and whatever homeless man wants to be on, I'll let you on. You got to be better than Frank at this point, right? I mean, the guy's like never seen the Twilight Zone. He's been lying this entire time. He's a fraud. And oh shit, hold on, what's this? Oh hey Frank.
Oh here you asshole.
I was just I was saying like how much I'm looking forward to going into 2022 with you.
I'm not a fraud.
Who called you a fraud? Why would you ever think that? No. Okay.
I would call
our last show of the year. Let's do our New Year's resolution.
Okay. What's yours?
Oh man. As far as this show goes, we're not doing life. I'm going to show about your life. I made that very clear over the years.
I know what you meant.
No, but if I could do we're going to do a lot less podcasts this year, 2022, compared to this year. This year we've done 314. This is our 314th episode of all the different shows this year.
Yeah, but I did miss a good portion of them though.
Yeah,
because with my kid and your kid's but by this time next year he's going to be at least crawling around.
Yes, and this
dude, Jackson was so bad today. God damn.
Right now we're doing 2021. We did 2 days a week. We're gonna do maybe 1 a week in 2022. Because I'm talking to some people who are running their own shows now here in Phoenix, I am going to get back on the stage.
Are you?
Which has been a while. Yeah, because he owns his own show now, and I got to be there.
Who's that?
One of my friends out here, Elmo Ortiz. But he has his own show out here, and he's producing it, and I can just do whatever the fuck I want, which sounds fascinating to me. But
is there any way I can consume this other than being there?
Well, I'll definitely film every episode, every time I do it. And I'll probably turn it into a show. But point is, I'm gonna ask for ask the wife for this day of the week is mine. I'm doing whatever I want to do this day. Any other time, I'm here for you. But
you gotta give me one night a week.
Yeah, one night a week, and that's gonna come to podcast time. Because honestly, the podcasts aren't paying off, and I do them for fun, but I still want to do them. So we're just going to slow down. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
I do them for fun. I mean,
yeah.
There's no monetary gain in this.
No, I do want to get through these different shows. Like we said, we have 70, 80, and 22, but they're going to slow way the hell down.
Which, it's fine. I mean, other than, aside from what last week, we haven't done an episode in how long? Was it longer than that?
Our last episode before this was 6 weeks.
Okay. Yeah. Then again, me being home every day makes it feel like a lot longer.
Yeah. Our last episode before I took a hiatus was on November 2nd, and then we were back on December 14th.
Yep.
Which was last week. And since then we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 episodes. So we do a lot in a short amount of time, honestly.
Yeah, like in one sitting we'll do 3.
So. Yeah. So
yeah,
2022, a lot less episodes, and I hope we can make them better. Per episode.
I would say my New Year's resolution would be with this show is like to stay on track more.
Yeah, I'm fine going off topic, but I don't want to go off topic for 35 minutes.
Which especially when Dick's here, is very easy to do for some reason.
And you guys will not let me corral you back?
He won't.
He won't. Sure, Frank. Sure, Frank.
No, it's me. It's me.
Yeah. It is definitely you.
I know. I just like, shut up, Phoenix. I'm going.
No, I told you this guy's
I'll come back, but then I just go right back off. Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah. The only thing I said is I'm fine fucking around, but we have to talk about Twilight Zone here.
Yeah.
This isn't some
random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say if I run into someone who claims to be death, I'm just going to believe them at face value. I won't argue.
Sure, man. If you believe that, who am I to say no?
Do I believe it?
If he claims it either way, I would just let him go.
Let's have this goal, Frank, and let's make this a serious goal.
All right.
This is me being truthful. I want to get Tom Elliott on the show. We don't have to discuss an episode. Just talk to him. Little conversation. 20 minutes.
Yeah. 15, 20.
That's it.
I mean, a quick 15, Tom. What's up?
We're not going to... We can talk like normal people. We don't have to joke a second.
No.
As much as my crazy drunken persona will allow, I can have a conversation. Like Frank and I had serious podcasts before. It's
possible.
I can change gears.
Yeah.
But I do want to have Tom on. That'd be fun.
I think so.
Yeah. That should be a goal of ours. To get him on for a little bit.
Yeah. Just a spattering. It'd be fine. I want to feel part of the team. I want to feel part of the club too.
It's different than asking for us to be on his show. That I understand him not wanting. That is completely out of bounds for me to ask. I will never ask you that. But you to be on our show, I don't see why that's a tall order.
I mean, even the fact that, he even communicates with us to begin with is nice.
He's super fucking nice. Everything we said tonight has been a joke about Tom. He's the nicest person alive.
He really is. He's engaging, He'll always get back to you. It's cool.
Oh, yeah. No, it's just Well, it's like that one guy said in that review. He's the godfather of TZ podcasts.
Yeah, he is.
You don't need to know much else.
Nope. And you can always get a seat with the Godfather.
Damn right. All I want to do is when your daughter gets married, Tom, I want to bend your ear back a little bit. Talk about some guy I want you to kill, Frank. I just want to talk about someone at random I want you to kill.
Someone I might know that you might know, but that's about all I'm going to say.
You make a trip to Southern Jersey. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like Southwest Jersey. Just a really random example.
Southwest Jersey.
I can get more.
I could be more centered south as if I wanted to. I used to be Southwest, then I moved.
Oh, did you move?
Yeah, I moved more South Central. South Central, son. What?
I just spilled my drink on my keyboard, so now that's broken.
Where there's
I've never done that. I was trying to move my drink up where I normally have it so I don't knock it over, and that's what made me knock it over. Hold on, look at this.
I mean, I spilled an entire coffee into my MacBook once, and it still works.
Off.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, my God. This is a fucking mess.
I'm not even joking, dude. The MacBook that I'm talking to you on right now, I literally spilled an entire 16-ounce coffee into the keyboard, which is basically the entire computer.
Well, luckily I have this giant mat my keyboard's on.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of rum.
Well, it was up to here, and now it's. Oh my God! I've never done this. Holy shit!
Was it rum or vodka?
How dare you call me a drunk?
That's not a persona. It's just reality.
No, I've really never done this before. I have, however, peed in many bottles while we're talking.
You have?
Oh yeah.
I don't want to see that. Okay. I never know. I just say I gotta go to the bathroom. I'm leaving.
We should probably end this, right?
Yeah, I don't have much else to say.
Yeah.
I think that was a great New Year's resolution.
We have our New Year's resolution. I think we're both on board with Tom Elliott.
Yeah, definitely.
I can't wait to turn my computer off so I can clean this keyboard properly. This is disgusting. It's gonna feel like a movie theater ground, or like a porno theater, the back of a seat. It's gonna be so sticky.
The floor of a porno theater.
Okay, so I gave it a 6 or something.
I gave it a 7.
Until next time. In the meantime, I'm Phoenix Tom Elliott 2022 West. Should I make a little vote for Tom Elliott 2022 buttons?
Vote for Tom in 2022. Yeah, I like it.
You
vote
are.
For somebody else. Frank Links.
So long, citizens. Man, my hands are disgustingly sticky right now.
I'll let you go.
Everywhere. Ugh.
I did want to ask you something though. Yeah.